Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Sorry if I sound out of breath, because I am. Just did the ultimate fat kid move and ran out into the rain to get the candy out of the car. Want some snacks. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Oh, we got 13 votes so far. Ready. Well, as you can see, garage is empty. Adjust my mic here. Let's chat working. And 13 votes, so no chats yet. No one saying hi. Are you guys all excited to see the vote? As you can see, one of the latest hotfixes. There's been a few of them. It wiped some career data. So we lost the car, we lost our levels, we kept our cash, so that's helpful. And I thought, we could just start over, or we could just start from here. It's kind of like starting over just with 20 grand instead of, what was it, 13 or 7.5, whatever it is. Go ahead and close that poll so we can see the results. Oh, there's the chat. Sorry, I guess because there's a poll, it wouldn't show up. Oh, didn't you give me the results of the poll? What was the results? Okay, so it looks like we're going D series delivery. Well, no, time trials and race missions. Okay. Man, okay, so I guess we literally tied between D series and race stuff. Man vs. Games, welcome to the chat. Bogu, welcome. Bella, good to see ya. Jocko, welcome. Can't wait to see what you've been working on, Bella. Getting ready to update the collection and go through all the mods. And I've seen a few updates go by. I haven't read into them yet, but I'm super excited to see them. Shoot OS, welcome. Completely forgot about your stream. That's okay. I only announced it like 30 minutes ago. Saw the stream thing 3 minutes before it started. Was looking for something to do, so it's perfect. Oh, I'm glad it worked out for you, Alex. I was just sitting here like, I just want to play the game. I just want to enjoy the game. I need to play it more to know what all we need to change. These hotfixes kind of set us back on updates and stuff, so... And, till we're a little bit further out of that territory, I don't want to go too hard into fixing some things. Tristan should be back in town soon as well, so... Development will pick back up big time. What card I had for purchase. Gregory caught my first stream. Can't wait to hear what's up. Hey, welcome. We're just playing vanilla. We're gonna get some notes out. We're gonna take notes on other things we see that ought to be changed. All right, so we can either do racing AI stuff or deliveries. You know what we should do? We should see if the AI missions work now. How do I do that? Let's go through career paths. And oh, we still have our stars. That's good. Not everything's lost. Do the basic race and see if we can get first place. Complete the race with an undamaged car. We did that apparently in under 1:05. Let's do this real quick. Get warmed up. That'll help us decide if these AI races aren't working. I'm less inclined to do a street car. What's a mall crawler? Mall crawler. If you notice, all the crawl missions are like at malls. And I mean, a mall crawler. I feel like that's kind of you see those lifted trucks that are all pretty and nice rims and stuff, but you know that they don't touch dirt, kind of thing. So yeah, one of those deals. Let's see. Yeah, it was a tie right at the last second too. Need to get back working on my mod updates. Finish track by playing the sim wheel I bought. Ooh, very fun. What kind of wheel did you get? Oh, car's not even on. It looks like audio settings are fine. Never know. Their cars are loud. Is that a rally spec Wendover in front of us? It totally is. Like really dumbed down. I'll take that inside. Wish that was my engine make that noise. Oh, he's pushing me. I got grip for days. This car is so quiet. Frog, welcome to the chat. I reached out to your contact, by the way. Sent an email. Hopefully hear back soon. No idea what the price is that we'd be looking at, but I have so many ideas for mods and such. Sorry also if you hear any beeping in the background, that should go away shortly. Where's the apology video about you offended GT3 drivers with their time trial racing lines? Yeah, I don't know if we should go back. They might leave for good. Those racing lines were bad. Okay. We got first place. Says, ah, well, nice try. I thought I did pretty good. Still no money. Okay. Okay. I don't know if we go the whole racing thing. We're not getting. We are in the latest hotfix. You can see here at the bottom, 35.3. I don't know, guys. I mean, deliveries, they're only so fun. Problem is we don't have 2 cars. We only got 20 grand to work with. We have no mods installed. You get a CVT Sunburst. Probably not. Could do some drifting. Get the I-Series out. Although that is one thing I want to get some mods on, is the I-Series engine. I don't love the sound. I want some other inline 6s. Maybe a little V8. Those are R3. Nice. Very nice. I do not have a sim rig. I actually haven't pulled it out. I thought about pulling it out, but yesterday I went on basically a 9-hour drive. It was like 4.5 hours each way, there and back. So after that, I was kind of, you know, driven out. Didn't really need the full driving experience. Shafeless cup car? That'd be cool. It's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't realize how much I feel mods rely on the 3D model. You know, like when I think of a cupless car or a cup car, you know, it needs to have a nice roll cage, things like that, and it for that you need a 3D model. So, Frankenstein, welcome to chat. Oh, this Diana's kind of calling me though. I think we get this and try to build in a drift car. It isn't automatic, but we can get a manual in it. Only 80,000 miles. Get some muscle cars here. What are some of the most expensive cars, vanilla? Okay, the Scintilla, obviously. A bus, sure. ETK, Bull-Eyed, a 9. That's fair. Okay, okay. Nice box truck would cost you about 40. What was that? Oh, SBR4. Very nice, very nice. Let's I think we get that BX. Go drifting. Here we go. We'll purchase that for 10. Ding Dong ditched Anna at Joe's Junk. That's cool, actually. I mean, if you guys are playing the career beta right now, which is really what it is, you know, the dealerships are synced up for everyone, so that's kind of fun. You know, when we start our playthrough, I think we'll have to do it live. That'd be fun to do. Our career overhaul playthrough. Hopefully, sometime next week. We'll see. Waiting for this car to get delivered. I think what we do is we just put the drift suspension and stuff on the front and rear. And maybe just wheels and tires, like rims and tires, some cosmetics. I don't want to go a little bit of form. I want to include some form over function. Normally I'm a function over form kind of guy. Do the commercial APM, you can get good starting cash. Yeah, I think I did that already. But I haven't done it with like my own personal vehicle. But we can try it. There is RBX. Oh, it's a right-hand drive. I would actually prefer a left-hand drive. That's what I'm more used to. But I don't really drive interior anyways, so it's gonna be a problem. Sorry if I offended anyone for that. It's just the way I typically drive on the left side. Rear suspension. If we went drift gear all around, Where would that put us? I don't want this to be like drift missile style. Wow, that's already 7 grand there. That's a lot. I don't think I want to do that. I say we build it ourselves. So we'll maybe just coilovers, steering mods. Let's see, steering here. Quick ratio drift. Do that. Struts will go. Man, we already have sports, and race coilovers are 1,200 a piece. Let's just leave the suspension as is. It's already pretty firm. Definitely gonna need a. We'll just weld the diff. Oh, yeah. We don't have a really. I don't feel like we have enough power for a typical limited. And that's it for like being able to get sideways. Now to help us get sideways, maybe some power. Get the 2-liter inline 4. I don't think we need a radiator yet. What kind of intake do we have? Here we go. Well, I like that they're all variable turbochargers. You should get the little one. Little turbocharger. And can we afford a good block at this point? I mean, we could just go and get a heavy duty. That'll get us by for a bit. Say we do that. Then let's stop there, because who knows what else we're going to need. Oh, maybe a wing. Go full drift missile on this. Yeah, we don't have a spoiler. What's the custom spoiler look like? I kind of want to go a little obnoxious with this, if I'm honest, but those are way too expensive. Oh, I guess we don't put a wing on it. Let's just drive this. Let's see how it goes. Oh, we need that manual. Oh shoot! Totally forgot about that. That's why you don't spend all your money at first, unless you're really on it. Here, keep it auto. No. Oh gosh. 5-speed manual. There we go. Perfect. That should get us down the road. Should we assess this? See how it does. Be good to see how much boost we're running too. PSI. It looks like it takes it pretty well, so we don't have to worry about it. $13.8. I've seen worse. Okay, CVT mod, no. Oh gosh. I'm sure, maybe, I mean, you probably could drift with the CVT, but it'd be, I would not enjoy that. Class A, they say. All right. Let's go, One thing I want to go check is if the drag racing is working. I've heard some people say it wasn't. I can up the boost, you're right, but I think this will be good for now. Drift suspension doesn't feel great. I can't wait to get cops back in this, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, this is good. It could maybe use a little more boost. Feels very spunky. I feel like this doesn't have a lot of angle. Sounds pretty good. Oh, okay, not cutting that traffic. Sorry, everyone, driving like an absolute hooligan. Driving like it's my last drive. I don't have all the confidence in the world on this drift setup. That's okay, we're gonna work on it. Alright, I just want to line up real quick. Honestly, I think it's the suspension. It really needs coilovers, or maybe I'm just really used to it. There's our old green light. Okay, it's not resetting. Latest hotfix might have broken the drag stuff. Sounds like a Camry. Oh, why'd you have to say that? You're not wrong, but that's not right. We don't want that. Also, Panda, welcome to the chat. Gregory, welcome to the chat. Just a man, welcome to the chat. You think if a 5-speed was cheap? Yeah. Drift track. Let's go to the drift area. Really, we need to make some money. Let's see if there's some drift missions. You have a diesel ETK 800 and it did a 16-second quarter mile better than you. I thought you had me until you know the diesel. Maybe that's, you know what? That's an area I want to work on. So you guys know I'm working on a little bit of a side project, a brand called Racetab for vehicle mods, and currently trying to partner with 3D modelers because that's the biggest hang up on a lot of this stuff. But we've been doing some other kind of just tunings and tweaks to other cars, and just more performance diesels across the board I think would be great. I'll put performance diesel parts. This is great because every time I live stream, I feel like after I'm done live streaming, I wish there's, I want to go mod, and today I actually took a big nap, and so I think I'll be up all night, which means a lot of content's going to get created, hopefully. But yeah, diesels, I mean, they're in the, I like that they're in the game, obviously, but you can't really turn them up. You can't make them quote unquote rowdy, at least a lot of the vanilla ones. Race tab, also known as shiftless. Should we do two brands? Race tab, which is obviously more race focused, and shiftless, which is like commuter focus, CVTs, and I don't really want to make boring stuff though. I know Skrunkles is really good at audio tuning and exhaust, and so I think he's going to have a thing called Skrunkworks. Adds aftermarket exhaust. It'd be awesome. Love this new entrance. It's so good, so fun. This might have to be a little drift free roam. It might be a little challenging, but it just makes sense. Okay, wait. Oh, we never went and actually found the I got distracted. I just want to come to the drift track. Right, drifting. So we did the circuit drift, kinda. Should we try... Let's try the Gymkhana again. Let's start at the beginning again. That should be... I think it's around it. It's around here somewhere. It has to be. Wait a second. What is... Oh, this is probably Raceworks. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Fast Automotive, not Raceworks. Luxury stuff for cars that don't have them would be sick. So, that's a cool idea. What do you mean by that, though? Like, do you mean like a better interior? Because that is normally the definition of luxury. Or do you mean luxury trims and models with custom body parts that make it look and feel more luxury? I think I'd be more interested in that, but that takes a lot of work. Need a 3D modeler for that. This is the actual racetrack. That's cool. But we need the drift stuff. A good Camry, though, a rear-wheel drive Camry with an unknown amount of horsepower because I came in late. That'd be cool. Almost Corolla. Almost kind of like how the GR Corolla became this rear-wheel drive. Or, yeah, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive kind of fun car. Where's it front-wheel drive? Oh, I'm embarrassed I can't remember. Where is the drift stuff? I thought I'd see it. Oh, it's over by the off-road track? Oh, we were paused. Hey, Joe, welcome to the chat. Man, am I excited for your update. It's gonna be pretty wild when the crew overhaul's back. Brand new collection across the board. Joe's Junks update. Obviously, the crew overhaul being in and updated. All right, we don't want their BX. We're using ours. Oh, but then we don't get money? Well, that's a bummer. Can we use ours for anything? Maybe we still will get paid. If not, I'm writing that down. The Yaris, that's what I mean. Okay, the Yaris is all-wheel drive. Hey, we just listened to this song. Well, I like it a lot. So luxury parts. Joe. Oh, I thought I selected my car. Forgot, I do not like this one. Okay, we'll do better this time. Maybe it's one of those you have to win it or get gold to be able to move on. This car really likes the high RPM, preferably probably the first gear. If we can get this, nope. Oh, should not have tried. Oh, it's gonna be real generous. Oh no, it counted him. Very oversteery. I do not like that. I like to have grip when I drift. It just spins out. Yeah, not a fan. But that's okay. We'll try to get our car in this. Probably could have hit that one zone right there. Definitely not gonna go in the tighter circle. See if we can loop all the way around. Okay, I'll take that. Like we're just going in circles now. Come on, come on. Okay, glad that hay bale. Oh, come on. All right, first gear. Glad that hay bale didn't ruin things for us. Out of time. That was not good. I don't really expect to get rewards, but I don't want to use this car. You're having a tough time tuning the exhaust debug? Oh. Yeah, we can take a look at that. I honestly have a hard time tuning it too. I don't fully understand what everything does. Okay, maybe we didn't choose our car in the end. I should ask, what's your roadmap for career overall time-wise? I'd like for next weekend for it to be out. I don't know if it's going to happen. We didn't get very far so far with just some things going on the development team on our side and all the hot fixes. Okay, we are in our car. Sweet. But I would like to see it next week. It'd probably be a quick another 2 or 3 day beta and then out. But we'll see. You know, this BX also has the same issues I was not enjoying about the other one. But I'm liking it more. Not wanting to spin out. I'm a little afraid to swing it, really. What else is there to hit here? Could try the tiny circle, but I don't know. I don't understand Gymkhana stuff. Like, I understand Gymkhana and like the stuff, they did in those films, but this is kind of like we're just kind of stunt driving at this point or something. All right, we'll try the small circle. Going back around again. Okay. It's a good warm-up for this car. I think a little more power would be good, but honestly a sport tire would make a big difference too. Actually, what's really needs to come first is those coilovers. Oh, that hay bale is still tipped over from the last time. That's kind of cool. Unless we didn't tip it over, maybe it was already there. Okay, you definitely have a solid amount of points now. Yeah, see, that's the difference of when you're in a car that you enjoy, you feel good about. I knew I had a chance at drifting. That wasn't that bad. But you still don't get rewards because it's not our car. Dang. Okay, let me make that. Let me write that down because I know that's something I can change. Where is? Okay, here we go. Allow personal vehicle on drift missions. Because in my opinion, you know, your drift car, like drifting, is all about your. It's mostly about your car. It's about setting up your car the way you like it. Oh, and welcome to the chat. How come you don't play as much with your wheel? There's a couple of reasons. Skill issue. You know, I'm not quite as skilled. And this is just more relaxing. It's kind of like, so I have a VR. I love VR. It's great. I love feeling immersed. I love immersion in general. But it's exhausting. You know what I mean? Like it's tiring. And so playing with a wheel just requires a bit more energy. And another reason why is it kind of messes with my real world driving. So back in the day, I did a bit of Assetto, especially no hezzy stuff. And something about like my manual shift pattern, it was different than it was like slightly different the way it was spaced and such than to my BRZ in real life. And so I found myself starting to like miss more gears and just kind of, it felt weird. So there's a couple reasons why. But I do like driving like semi-truck stuff in a wheel. Really fun. I think it'd be more fun in VR. That'd be like that next layer of immersion that I really need. But to do that in Beam, you'd have to have a mega computer. So we're kind of at a spot here where our little car, our little daily, can't make us any money doing drifting. Actually, let's go back and check to see maybe if we did it again. Oh no. Maybe we try to 3-star drift mission and then we try to use our own personal car. I feel like that used to be a thing. Made lots of money with racing. It's so much more profitable than cargo. Yeah, it really is. But I'm curious, is anyone else's AI missions working in career? Because I haven't seen it. So I feel like vanilla cargo might get better as you progress in levels. And so I'm hesitant to make price changes on it. Yeah, so it didn't give us 3 stars because we didn't do our own car. What's the corkscrew? Oh, I hate that one. It's just like this little deal there. The single swing. Or maybe that's the one I hated. Regardless, that's not going to get you any money, apparently. Where's this? Alright. Let's do one more with this blue buck and try to get a 3-star. Then we'll see if that unlocks us to use our car. If not, I mean, we can go and I guess we can just see if we get better stars. We can, like the level 2 of drifting, maybe it allows us to do our own car there at some point. Alright, here we go. I hate starting my drifts like this weird flowiness to it. I like speed with my drifts. It's weird, I used to love this config and now I'm just not feeling it. Just again, I don't know why all these drift cars are so oversteery. It's like they wanted you to be able to drift while not trying to drift. Ooh. I don't love that. The new Sunburst isn't as bad with that. I was afraid. It's set up really well. Ooh, barely just got it. Okay, okay. That's all 3 stars. We got some money. Very good. Now the make or break point. Can we use our drift car? have my fears, my reservations. No, we cannot. Okay. Then what about... Let me see what other drift stuff we might have on the horizon. You know what's funny? is I did the whole poll, and it was not voted for to do the drift car, so I apologize. We were supposed to do either AI racing or the other stuff. So let's you know what, let's just pause on this drifting stuff. I could go in and change it, but let's go do racing. Philman, welcome to the chat, complaining about a drift car oversteering. And no, listen, like, there's oversteering, and then there's like too much oversteer. It should be able to like be that nice fine line where now you can control your direction. Yeah, it's a little bogged down. That blue bug just couldn't get up to speed. So let's do this. Let's go back. Let's put this back into a race car. Let's do what the poll suggested. We're going to do some time trials. AI missions aren't working, unfortunately, so at least they're not paying. Oh. And then maybe we'll end off the deliveries. We'll see. I gotta go this way. It wasn't snap oversteer. It's just like... it's just too loose. It's just too loose. Just like, you know, in racing, you want your car to oversteer a little bit. You want to have it to rotate. But then there's a car, then there is being too loose with your race setup. So it's kind of like drifting. The fine line. Any trailers, nothing. Filling boxes is a bit better. Okay. Oh, like you mean just hauling cargo trailers? Yeah, that's probably something we want to increase too. I think they changed the code for drift tires. That's why some old drift cars feel weird now since they use drift tires. Maybe. But that was also another thing I never really understood the concept of is drift tires. Like, what is that? I don't think you can buy drift tires in real life. I never heard of that being a thing. It was a little gamey. I don't know why I just went to the delivery. We're not doing that. We are turning this into a non-drift car, which is pretty easy conversion. Just change the diff, change the steering, and we're pretty much back to where we were. Search steering. You need an auto because you keep destroying those gears. I have been pretty sloppy with them, haven't I? I've gotten really used to the sequentials. I've gotten a bit lazy. Let's do a race. Steering rack, sure. And check out these diffs. I guess we'd get a real limited. And then tires would be ideal. We are on sport tires, 195s. I think we have some money for wheels. Get some new wheels. Question is, what kind of wheels? These are currently 15s, probably. I'd like to see maybe maybe a 16, because that's as high as we can go on a 4-leg. Oh, that's a lot of tire. Anything cheap? Okay. I say we go with these. I'm feeling these Okita Pro 2s. Kind of tires. These are on currently race tires, but this is, I mean, you gotta go sport. It doesn't make sense to have race tires on the street. Go with the 50 profile. Yeah, that's fine. We're not making that much horsepower, but we will turn up the boost if we can afford it. 8x8s. Oh, I guess they were 60x7s that we ended up getting. Okay. Big deal, no big deal. Race tires do look good though. And we want the sports. Very nice. Maybe one day we'll get an exhaust on this. Toyo actually makes drift tires. They're basically tires with a lot less grip. It sounds like a standard tire to me. Or like a regular road growing tire. Is it literally just like a really bad tire? They are tires made for drifting. I think the idea is that they smoke a lot. Oh, okay. But don't break chunks off. Mostly about heat management. Okay, Philman, that makes a lot of sense. To develop a tire that's specifically for heat management and creating smoke. Yeah. That's fair. Do we know when we were able to play this again? I think you meant, oh, RLS, not TLS. I'm not sure. There is a beta out right now. But these latest hotfixes, I mean, it's a very rudimentary beta. In fact, I haven't really played much with the beta just because it kind of sets a lot of things back, and that's not the goal. We'll be back in full development here in the next couple of days. We kind of had a couple things came up this weekend. Tristan will be back probably tomorrow, so we should see a lot of progress on all the core fundamental coding of it. But probably, I mean, I'm not going to say take Saturday off from work or schedule out some time Saturday to play the RLS Crew Overhaul, but I'm really hoping we can have it out in public for free at that point, but we'll see. It's an unknown world with modding. Something that might take you, what should take you, or you think will take you 10 minutes can take you 2 days, and what you think will take you 2 days could get wrapped up in 30 minutes, so we'll have to see. I was gonna have this. Yeah, let's assess our performance again. They'll tell us if the engine's gonna blow after 16 psi. Bella, I need to get back into playing career, especially now that I have a wheel. Heck yeah, delivery missions in career on a wheel. That's actually a lot of fun, especially when Italy comes out. If you're not already a part of the beta stuff, if you're not, let me know. But yeah, that would be awesome to play wheel in Italy on career. Feels a lot quicker on high boost. 13.4, I'll take it. Next GT250 event is going to be Agony. Why do you say that? Hey, Arrow Racer, welcome to the chat. We're just playing some vanilla, learning some more. Now we are going to go after some time trials, because that seems to be the only thing paying right now. It's just that or cargo delivery. How do I keep going there? I think we can actually do it via career paths. Look at these time trials. We do have some new ones unlocked. Let's go with the half-track spring. That sounds nice. Oh, we can't just teleport to that one? That's fine. That's fair. So much for having a day off. I know, Shift Tab. I know. I got called into a thing to help with GT250 and get it set up, and then I took a nap. That kind of reset the energy clock, and it still drifts pretty well, actually. Actually, almost better. We just need those race coilovers. That really has to be next. So much body roll. I guess we could do anti-roll bars, too. You know what? We can't afford it. Next time, we'll get anti-roll bars. But yeah, so then I started working on some mod stuff, working on the race tab. I have some announcement, or some stuff to talk to you about that, Shift Tab. I think I've restarted for the last time. Now what I make is going to be cemented, and it's going to eventually come out. But I was enjoying that, and then I thought, you know what? I just want to kick back and play the game. And I was, you know what? Let's kick back and play the game together. Gregory says, sometimes things that take longer and end up being better, so please don't rush. That's true. And that's the thing, too, is... First off, we're not going to wait in this traffic, speaking of waiting. With each update, we're trying to get better and better on it being kind of right from the start and more polished. And so that's something that's... with this update, when we go public release, we want it to be working really well, not half working. So a lot of people won't actually come back and try the next update. So I really want it out as quick as possible, don't get me wrong. It's just gonna take some time. Oh, why are we coming back here? Did I click the wrong thing? Maybe I clicked the wrong thing? Huh. They're all drift stuff though. And they're A to B. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're doing the... Did I click? Oh, installed that. Did I click the wrong thing? I went to drifting. Single swing. Wait, oh, I went to drifting. That's why. No, I did a half track spring. Weird. Okay, whatever. Wait. Are you telling me we only have $68? I think we got charged with insurance again. That's funny. All right, Matt, welcome to chat. Played this now for maybe 10 hours. I'm over it. Wait for your career. Tell me more about your 10-hour experience. I have not played it 10 hours. I've only played it with what you guys have seen me play it. Tell me the good, tell me the bad. I want to get your thoughts. Because right now we're still data collecting. True, as I tried the map that is going to be raced on next, you're getting stuck if you mess up. Oh. Interesting. Sounds like you don't want to mess up. Alright, let's shoot for using our car. We want to get 4 minutes fast. Okay, we want to beat 4 minutes or get around 4:05. We got 3 laps to do it. I don't know if this is going to be faster than that ETK they're suggesting. How's the time trials races in this update? Any good? Well, the AI races, we haven't really done more than the first one because we don't get paid. So why would you do something and not get paid? And the second one, or time trials though, you know, I didn't do a lot of time trials last update, but I'm really enjoying them right now. The way you can use your own car, you have a couple of other cars they suggest you use. They pay really well. I don't remember them paying this well. But definitely, I think we're going to make a comeback with all those AI missions we did back in the day. But they will be a little bit limited in that it's finicky to get the AI to do what you want. Clearly the devs have figured something out, and maybe I need to look a little closer on how they do things. But basically, my AI races, if there is another path they can choose, they always choose that other path. Even if they start out on the race line, I tell them to start on. This car's fun to drive, but I don't think it's really a time attack machine yet. I have to double back and use that ETK. You know, I'm in I'm too much in my drift mindset. Do you remember this? You want to stay wide. Oh, I blew that one. That's not really what you want to do, but that's okay. HB Enjoy Gaming, welcome to the chat. Good to see ya. Alright, I do love that section. We're coming in wide. Oh, that was close. Fingers crossed, dying to get back into it. Me too, me too. Shout out to Justin Revs. He's been doing a lot of career mode still, vanilla. If you want to see some content, go check him out. He has a really cool chill vibe. I enjoy it. Oh, getting a little sideways. Tried to look at chat. That was a mistake. We're just gonna pretend like that was a racing line. Yeah, we'll come back with the ETK and try this. I don't think we'll be doing anything spectacular with this car yet. Does not like to turn in. Can you do Gymkhana, please? We did just do it, and I really don't want to do it again. Are you talking about adding Gymkhana stuff? I just don't really understand Gymkhana stuff. I don't know. It's just like the best way I can try to understand it is in Monster Jam, right? I'm actually a big Monster Jam fan, or at least I used to be back when it was more about the monster trucks and competition than a popularity contest. But it's you know, they have the racing and they have freestyle, and freestyle is, you know, go out, do whatever, make it look cool. And I guess that's what Gymkhana is trying to be. Well, I don't know. I think it's already cool enough just getting sideways and getting close to a wall and trying to maximize your drift with speed and angle. But we could do a little bit of like a stunt deal, actually. Okay, you know, I cooked up an idea. There's somebody that I've been chatting with, and I bet they could come up with a really cool stunt area. After this, I need to write something down. Don't let me forget. I'm just basically drifting at this point. I do love drifting. Just finished the Long Beach Formula Drift. On Pepper Valley, doing some drifting on that long beach there is good fun. Don't let the GT3 drivers look at this driving. Yeah, I hope they're not watching. This is awful. I won't be allowed in the GT250 class. Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. Those race tires would have been nice. Lack of vehicles, and it's very slow going to Miss Joe's junk. Yeah. Oh, you missed Joe's junk. Yeah, okay, okay. So you're saying the career is a bit slow. There's not a lot of the vehicles. I do need to overhaul the dealerships. Dealerships this round is going to be better. Probably not the same volume, but probably the same amount of cars. Oh, we might have gotten paid a little bit for that. Hey, not too bad. Take what I can get. $1,600. We could probably get one set of coilovers. Let's retry that, but not with this car. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, I could hit reconfigure. That's nice. Let's try that again with the ETK K series. Drink on ideas. I said I'd say the Dirt game series is good with that. I vaguely remember that. You know what? Why can't we do an actual off-road all-wheel drive Gymkhana? Maybe we do that. Oh my gosh. It's like a rally Gymkhana. That's what we need to do. Do it at the new Dirt Oval. That, okay. Oh, you remember? I was going to write some ideas down. Here we go. Let's just call it Drift Gymkhana Secret Guest. Yeah, and then Dirt Gymkhana. I understand you mean like Dirt as in the game, but obviously Dirt had rally stuff, so I assume that's what they were doing. Do you think they will add a smaller truck like an S10 Ranger Dakota or something like that? That would be cool. That would fit with Italy. I don't know. Pickup trucks really aren't popular around the world, and this is very much a worldwide game. This is a manual. Whoops. Destroyed that gear. You want to change sport modes here. We'll do it in a second. I really need to put that keybind on my controller. Oh man, she is understeering. What the heck? That's nuts. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright, let's just settle in. Let's find where this car is happy. Oh, not out there. There's a new anti-lag system. Oh, I was reading. Alright, you know, let's just set up the car and we'll restart the mission. Sport Plus. I think that's good. And yeah, so let's restart that. Sorry about that. No one saw that. There's a new anti-lag system, or is that only with the new Sunburst haven't been able to play? So I know there's a new, it seems like a new anti-lag system, and I think it's only in the Sunburst. Oh no, I was looking at the code. I think it's a bit universal. I think you can add it to anything. Well, if you're modding it, you can add it to anything you'd want. Hey Danny, how's it going? Oh wait, no, it's Danny, not Denny. I get you guys so confused sometimes. I was afraid it's, you know, afraid the GT drivers gonna be watching us. Yeah, we need the more people that understand Blender, the better. We have a lot of mod ideas, and that's the big holdup. Here we go. Okay. Remember, slow is fast. Oh, we do need to be in gear. That's probably a little too slow. Is this all-wheel drive? This might be all-wheel drive. We'll find out here in a second. This feels unexpected. A big clutch kick here. Well, no, I think it is all-wheel drive. Okay, that explains the handling. I'm expecting this to like start rotating when it chooses not to. Gosh. Oh, it's a diesel too. Man, what a odd car. Shift tab, I don't know. Oh, we damaged the oil pan. Uh-oh. On lap 1, we'll see if we can make it, but I have low expectations. Oh, we're going in way too hot. Oh. Alright, one last restart. If this doesn't work out, we're not doing it. Turn traction control off? Okay. Can tell Raceless is an American struggling with manual. Listen. You're not wrong. Definitely all-wheel drive because it's not breaking loose, and it really should. So shift tab, I was telling them earlier, diesel parts. We need diesel performance parts. Oh my gosh. We could call it race tab, or we could come with a different name, like a diesel production name. Oh, missed another gear. I'd say let's focus, but it's probably not going to get much better, so we'll just keep chatting. Alright, let's see if we can read Brandon's message here. He loves career, hates constantly breaking your car, and running out of money to repair ratio because I can't do enough missions to get there. Ah. Oh, you could probably farm the easier missions maybe to get the free repair tokens. It does start to step out. Maybe it is rear-wheel drive. I don't know. I don't know what this car is. No, it's not working well for us. Or we're not working well for it. I really wish we could do AI missions. I know I complained a lot about the AI, and as a lot of people do, but I do miss them. Oh yeah, I knew what you meant, Matt, about vanilla career vehicles lacking. New collection. Oh my gosh, I was working on that before stream. It's gonna be good. I'm really excited for it. Some amazing mods in there. We're also trimming the fat. We're getting rid of some mods. Obviously with that there's gonna be some controversy. But don't forget, if you want those mods, you can just get them yourself. Download them separately, the ones we're getting rid of. There's just some that really don't... They're causing issues in multiplayer. And we want our career mods to be able to be in multiplayer, so that way when you play your career mode and you export your career car into your free roam area, you can go play with your career car in multiplayer. That's how we do all the videos. So it's important for us to have that that working on both sides. I can't think of the word. Not transparency. Compatibility, comparity. But yeah, really excited for the next collection. So excited for the one you recommended. Yeah, we got one of Shift Tab's ones that he wanted to get recommended. Oh, we're hard on the brakes. Hey, Crawl, welcome to the chat. Hey, no need to apologize. You guys have a lot of stuff and, you know, a lot of things going on. He says that will be fixed in the next hotfix if I have things my way. That's the trick, isn't it? Good to see you in the chat. Man, you know what? I've been waiting. I've owed you a message for a while. The map updates, I don't know which ones you did or which ones are who, but oh my gosh, it did bring new life into West Coast, which I think we needed. It was so gorgeous. The new tuning tent, the new everything around the racetrack, all those map changes, absolutely amazing. I assume you're talking about the AI missions working again or paying again. But yeah, there's a lot of obviously there's some things that aren't working in career mode, but there are a lot of cool features that are added. The career paths, I'm really enjoying that. I want to bring back my own missions and add some of them. But one of the main reasons for that is because of the career paths. Adding things to the career paths would be a lot of fun. Performance index is awesome. I can't wait to implement it a little bit further too, or see it implemented a little further. I don't know if we would actually do that, but that's gonna be awesome to see. AI races based on performance index. Oh, so good. All right, we made our money. We did a pretty bad job, so let's look at what other time trials we have. We have the chicane challenge. That sounds bad. Not bad, but just not up our alley. Oh, it's using the same car. Let's see what's left. Let's see what's coming up on the career path. Full circuit challenge, and then we have gravel circuits. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right, now I'm pushed to do this. All right, chicane challenge. Here we come. I guess we're already here. Okay, where are we at with stats? Oh god, what happened? Can't wait for the shiftless parts because Raceless needs the 10-speed auto. Oh no. Listen, I'll do it. You know what? If I'm issuing a challenge to myself. Mrs. Raceless just came home with some fresh Slim Jims, some new Slim Jims, and if I don't miss a single gear on this chicane challenge, having a Slim Jim. That's my reward. The Slim Jim challenge is back. People are really loving the performance index, and I love it. It was my baby. It will only be improved. Yeah, no, that performance index is super cool. Okay, so you did make all the changes to the West Coast. Yeah, it was super cool. Oh, this tent was special for you. Oh, that's awesome. I literally, playing the early access alone at like I don't know what hour in the morning it was. I was so excited when I saw that. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have shared that with others, the excitement for it. I mean, I guess I did when they saw it for the first time, but that was so cool. Probably one of my favorite parts. I'm hoping you'll create an RLS career path. Yeah, oh, that would be sick. APM BMRA. I was thinking just hiding it in BMR, but maybe we do an RLS one. That would be cool. The biggest hangup I have is the AI pathing. Maybe there's something I don't understand, but whenever I'm doing an AI path and I'll put in my own, what do you call it? Decal road or whatever that signifies like this is the race path. They don't like to follow it. They'll just go on whatever street they come across. I don't know if there's a way to like force, cars during this mission only use this path regardless, but that'd be the big push. Had to go watch you run the Gymkhana to make sure I wasn't crazy. I fought for the BMX for too long and the Mud Barrow missions. Yeah, I wasn't really, I did not like the green BX. That's a struggle. I really want to use my own drift cars in that. I don't know if something changed or what, but Carl says the goal is AI races, police chases, and drag racing. Nice. Well, I'll be part of the performance index. That's cool. That's awesome. I don't know if Demo Derby is a thing in vanilla, but if not, could that be added to RLS? That would be a challenge. There's a lot of AI work that has to go involved. There's an amazing Demo Derby mod out there. I looked into it a bit, but that'd be a big deal to bring in, and we'd want to work with those guys because they figured it out. Have you tried delivery challenges for APM? No. We'll look at that after this. All right, let's start this race. I've been talking too much. All right, no missed gears. I want a Slim Jim. We have to see the most laziest gear changing. Okay, I don't know exactly what we're doing. Oh, that's what we're doing. Oh. We do not have traction control off. That needs to happen at some point. Okay, we're gonna do it now. One-handed. Here we go. Oh, one more. I looked off the road. Okay, good. Probably one of my favorite sections of the racetrack there. That little slight uphill. RLS class racing, and it doesn't have to be just drifting or just AI racing or anything like that too. Man, you know what? All of our missions, all the RLS stuff we add could be under that. And I guess it is kind of championship style like I wanted so long ago. like that a lot. Maybe, So I like the idea of like, okay, you did good in this one race, or you did a good qualifying time. Now you can do this race series. Ooh, okay. You have to do a time trial with X car, and that gets you, that unlocks maybe the whole series for it. Race 1, 2, and 3 of that car series in the next category. But then you have to move up, like you have to start with the slower cars, and then you can start qualifying in the branch before that. So it's kind of tiered. It's like branch 1, qualify with, we'll call it the beginning cars. Get a good enough time there, you move on to the AI races in branch 2. Then also in branch 2, you can qualify for branch 3, but you still need to complete a certain amount, or do a certain, you need to do well enough in branch 2 in that AI race championship. And then probably have a couple, so that way you're not locked to doing just one kind of car, but you can do maybe classics in there and other little categories that would be slower. I like that. I need to write that down. This is exactly what I need, because I was getting a little hooked on the vehicle modding. I'm still really excited for the vehicle modding, but I was starting to get more distracted than I liked with it. Oh, we're not making that chicane. Oh. And I don't think we've missed a gear yet. I think I also take back what I said about this being all-wheel drive. I think it's just very low-powered. Excuse the poor driving. I see the comments are just scrolling. I can't wait to get back to this. And messed up that corner a tad. Delivery challenges. I wonder what that's about. We did some delivery missions, and I think the delivery, I assume the delivery's been adjusted. I really like the adjustments. I know some people feel like it's too slow, but I think at like, if you're pushing level 4, level 5, you're gonna see some good returns from just doing the math, from just looking at it. So I'm very hesitant to make any delivery balance changes from my first look experience, but I need to see first. Those multipliers I think will really add up. Alrighty. That's the chicane challenge. I'm pretty sure I did not miss a single shift. Let me go get my reward. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. So what all happened? We tried delivery challenges. We're going to look at that in a second. Also, these were their last update. Raceless, welcome in. I believe it. I believe it. Any last prayers for that manual? No, see, the manual did great. I'm really pushing for AI race path mode so that I can place a race path that is only used for races. The AI file, if you've seen, is incredibly complex, so it's hard to sell that to the AI team. I believe it. I believe it, but man, that would be... Because the problem is, if I wanted to make an AI race, or at least what I did before, you know, all the AI races we had around the racetrack and such, I had to delete the AI pathing in that area. So no longer could things spawn and drive, which was partially good, but, and I never actually went back and checked, I wasn't sure if that was actually affecting vanilla missions, because if the vanilla missions are relying on the AI pathing that's already there, and I just removed it from the base game or the base level, then I you know, you can't have both worlds, and that's tough. Really wanted to make, I really want to get our marketplace out for the last release, but there just wasn't enough time. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, a vanilla marketplace? Ooh. Your videos have been fantastic. The Raceless team has been knocking it out of the park with the content. Proud of you guys. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. It means a whole lot. This has been our absolute passion. It's a career path, right? So you can make it the RLS career path where all of your own content is under their own branches, scoring and more. I like that. I just want to... Let me take a look at it real quick. I'm worried about how much money we have. I want to look at this. Oh, I didn't mean hit retry. Get out of there. Let me roll my car forward. I forgot this was our car, to be honest. Okay, so let's take a look at these career paths. So we're thinking like another slot here. Okay, then within the slots, though, we have our different... Okay, yeah, that could work. Okay, that'd be awesome. Honestly, all for cramming as much AI races and career to the career path as possible. Yeah, I mean, more AI races, the better, but like we just said, it's tough to... You can't just slap it in. You have to get it to luckily work out. Also, some system changes need to happen though before we can just pile in 50 races in there. I believe it. Can't wait to get a proper AI races going. Current tests have been really promising. Ooh, maybe sponsorships for the racing branch, like money bonuses. Ooh, I like that, Gregory. Ooh, we could even take it a step further. Like if you're doing really good in like the Ibishu races or whatever, maybe you get some discounts at an Ibishu shop or something. We'd have to develop that a bit, but that'd be cool. It is 100% all-wheel drive. Okay, that makes me feel better about that thing. Okay, let's go back. So there's logistics that has cargo delivery, and then there's APM has commercial stuff. I want to first look at this cargo delivery stuff. Okay, so this is what we looked at last time. Look at these money multiplier rewards, right? If you're a level 3 partner with a specific group, you're getting 1.4. And then you get up to level 4, you're basically getting 2 to 3 times the current reward amount. Not to mention you're now unlocking heavier deliveries. I think I'm definitely going to hit level 5 and have a thorough playthrough before I touch anything with the balancing and the money. I think this is in a good spot. The only thing I would adjust is car jockeys. They feel really low. But I do love how they show you available orders or available where things are. So like there's a few deliveries there, a few car jockeys. That's awesome to see. And then all the facilities you haven't discovered. Very nice. Then we have APM. The delivery mode didn't get any work done, unfortunately. So the level 1 to 5 gameplay is basically identical to 34. Unfortunately, that's just changes. Oh, okay. I feel like they weren't that. Maybe the multipliers changed, or maybe there wasn't multipliers before. Interesting. I just know I feel like we ramped up economy, and we continued to ramp it up steadily, and it got to a point where, I mean, there was one point where some stuff legit was broken, and it took us a while to realize it was broken. But I don't know. I feel like we need to take a break on the RLS team side of adjusting that delivery system and just enjoy it for what it is and make subtle tweaks, not overhaul big changes. These 3 track races you're doing were the first race gameplay I've done in ages. I forgot I released them. That's cool. That's a weird feeling when you're like, oh, I forgot I did this. Let's see. All right, we're gonna skip through some of these here. Sponsors would be awesome. I think you can make them drop you if you do poorly. That'd be really cool. That'd be a fun feature. Why are race missions gone? I assume you're talking about the RLS stuff. So that stuff left after one of the big updates because I had to go in. The map changed and a lot of missions broke. And when I did my kind of hot fix to those missions, the race pathing still wasn't working, and I didn't want to. I couldn't spend the hours it would take trying to luckily get some of them to work, and I didn't like the overall content. But they're gonna make a return now. Joe's junk needs raceless tested manuals. Oh no. You know Joe will make a special part called Raceless's used transmission. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Shudo S, we need to get you making some of these mods. Your sense of humor is spot on. APM commercial, do those. Okay, let's take a look. I think I was an APM, right? Yep, APM. Commercial cargo transport. Says it's in development. Oh, cargo transfer up here. Okay, baseline hauler. Okay, here we go. Gonna make some money off this. Time of day. Let's do morning. I don't know what to expect. First purpose of car jockeys were to experience random vehicles and make some money in the process, not to get rich. We'll see about rebalancing though, especially didn't want to do car jockey. Yeah, that's the tough part, right? Because you could just hop in, drive the car, and how much should you really be rewarded for that? But then if you're getting like a car hauler and you're loading, 2 or 3 cars on a trailer and then driving it down, you probably should make more, but that's not really in the vanilla gameplay loop. So it makes sense not to cater to that. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to find a happy medium with that. Can't wait till they fix the tanker trailer. Oh, I didn't know it was broken. All right, so let's see. Welcome to the first APM Commercial Division Assessment. Today we're gathering baseline data on our standard fleet pickup truck's handling characteristics. Okay, I like the lore. Your objective is to navigate through the marked course following the chalk outline and passing through all flag gates. Maintain a steady pace. We need accurate performance data, so drive efficiently but carefully. There's no target time to complete the course. Be focused on clean driving rather than racing. I like that. It's kind of reminds me of something that Tris and I are thinking up and probably going to start working on here in a couple weeks, is a kind of a game mode feature race thing that isn't really about racing. It's more about the experience. APM systems will be recording vehicle dynamics throughout your run. The data helps us establish baseline performance metrics for our own fleet vehicles, complete the course, and come to a full stop within the marked circle at the end. Remember, vehicle damage will compromise our test data. So drive with precision. Okay. So it's about keeping the truck alive. Here we go. That's a manual, so we're already in trouble. That's some impressive understeer. Yeah, after reading that, I kind of am thinking about my inputs now and being smooth. I feel a little silly, but I can see that, you know, oh, what's this? A little suspension test? Okay. That was a fun little surprise. I like the painting done on the side here. That looks really good. The decal work is phenomenal. Little flags and tires too. Little camera. This is like the detail I imagined, but I never put in. Super cool to see that level of detail. Just one wheel peeling the whole way. The other brakes. I don't know why these lines are so thick. I feel like I'll be in such a wrong mode. It'd be so wrong to cross them. Little ramps here. I like it. Obviously, this is the first one. I imagine they're gonna get a little more difficult. Not in a stunt driver way, but in a delivery way. Come to a stop. Let the truck stall out. Very nice. Delivered a cargo. I don't know where the cargo was, but performance metrics. Your consistent driving has improved APM with the reliable data. The vehicle's everyday capabilities. Sufficient handling profile will be valued. Wait, this efficient handling profile will be valuable for our assessment. Okay, cool, nice. Got paid a little bit. Like we got an unlock. Load dynamics. Okay. I'm excited to see where this goes into. I do like how I can just jump in out of career paths and go to do things instead of driving absolutely everywhere. I mean, some things I think you should drive to, but this is nice. Okay, one thing we got to think about here is how do we unlock? I want to go into the details. Did this just require you to finish baseline hauler and then it unlocks? Because I swear that button was available in World Editor and it didn't work like a year ago, but maybe it's working now where missions are dependent on other missions. Or maybe it was working, but I was using it wrong. Either way, I think that's what that maybe was. It wasn't so much about how many stars you got. I don't know. I have to look into this stuff. This is exciting. This is getting the juices flowing. All right, so now we're adding weight to the same vehicle. Navigate the test course with the lumber load, so APM can analyze your performance. I quickly put the Apex flags together. Have 4 colors for all 4 divisions, but only delivery uses one so far as a quick test. Very nice. I like how there's different divisions of delivery too. Just ran a new best time in your car at Laguna Seca. Hey, well done. Very nice. Is that the next GT250 track? That's awesome. I'd also say my favorite automotive by the racetrack should be a race car specific dealer, unless that's already done. Yeah, so there was a race car specific, drift, drag, and all that specific. Fast Automotive, I think, is a race specific dealer here. Wait, was Fast Automotive vanilla before? The idea of APM is that you'll always access it directly through the APM HQ. Right now, you can access them from anywhere. That'll change. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's cool though. But at least you can be in one spot and start accessing a lot of stuff there. Next GT250 is Monza. That's right. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do this with the load. Man, so I imagine there's going to be some more West Coast updates going on. That's awesome. Love to see some headquarters. This is kind of cool because, you know, we did this a second ago with the truck without the load. And now we're doing it again, and it really highlights the difference in the weight. If you gave me an empty truck, that's one thing, and told me to go somewhere new with it, that's a whole nother thing. But if you tell me to like go do the exact same thing now with a heavier load, that's really going to show the impact of the load. I'm such a bad play tester because when I do things like this or test out certain things, I do them as intended, not like trying to break it. You know, I think some kids grew up knocking down the tower. I grew up building the tower. That was my childhood. Performance is hampered a bit by this large load. I can't wait to see. There's a lot of missions on there. I'm excited to see where these go. Oh, that was hard on the brakes. Okay, the goal is to not catch air. Ignore the little voice in your head. And cross the line. All right, cargo delivered. Did we get all? I think we got all 3 stars. Very nice. Now we're making some money. I would love to see, and I assume this is eventually going to happen, but allowing this to progress and unlocking certain maybe delivery types or something. Any idea why I can't get stars and money from races? Maybe try everything else other than AI. I think AI races are bugged at the moment. A sort of work in progress and bottom of the barrel at the moment, fortunately. I was talking about maybe the what all's around. Let's go ahead and go through this. We just got intermediate delivery stuff. The goal of APM, gathering performance metrics for the manufacturers. The manufacturers pay APM to pay you to do the test. So you're a test driver and get paid for providing performance metrics. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, I didn't mean to restart. Abandoned? Can't wait for more trailers. You mean like the vehicles? Or do you mean the content I've made? So we are level 2, so now we have so there's some goofy stuff in here, and the cool part is I bet we can make some other fun stuff in here too. Oh my goodness, about to spend the next week in World Editor. All right, hold on, let me make some notes real quick. We go back. Okay, RLS career path, we need that to happen. We said the dirt gymkhana stuff. Now we can do I'm just gonna call them delivery challenges. I don't know what else to call them. All right, so let's do some more. Let's do construction delivery, and then we'll start maybe cherry picking some of the ones that look a little different. APM will only take this and do the test. The normal commercial career paths will be ones that levels up as it does. Currently, APM gameplay was something I put together in a day before release. Holy cow! Sometimes those are the best stuff, though. I mean, obviously, you know a thing or two about World Editor and all, and how to do this stuff. But the fact that you can just whip all of this out in a day or so, like, that shows how in the know and in the system you are. Like when I go and do a mission, for instance, it takes me, you know, 10, 15, 30 minutes to really warm up and be like, oh yeah, where is everything again? It takes me some time to get back in the headspace of that, especially if I don't do it for a while. Okay, let's yeah, it's just basic construction delivery. That's cool. So, you know, we did our thing. Now we're gonna go do a real delivery. Like if this was a real world job, This is exactly how I'd want my first day to go. Like, all right, get in there and, you know, do an assessment test. Okay, now do it with the load. Okay, now go out on the street, do livery. I love that kind of step-by-step. Not necessarily hand-holding, but just easing into a new experience. I knew what you meant, Crawl. When you say a day, you meant a 16-hour day. Yeah, no, yeah, those days can be long days for sure. Tell you what, when I was trying to make my 035 release video, I literally got like 3 hours. I stayed up all night, got 1 hour. I took a 1 hour nap, and then the next day I did the same thing, but then it did a 2 hour nap. So in a 3 day span, I had like 3 hours of sleep, and not ideal, but the video did get done. I learned a lot during it. Ways to be better, more efficient. I'm really glad we didn't pop a tire there or break a wheel. Are there multiple courses in this test driver branch? I'm not sure yet. Oh, he says at the moment the initial vehicle onboarding is one course. Then the third test of each series, beginner, immediate, advanced, is a drive it in the real world. Okay, very cool. I made so many minor adjustments to roads and merge lanes across the map. Many rebuild the flow better for drifting racing now. I thought, well, first off, I assume you're meaning putting down AI pathing might be better, but I wasn't sure if it was the AI behaving better or if it was road management. So after what you just said, I wonder if a lot of the changes I'm noticing with, you know, AI, frankly, driving more competently and taking corners better. I wonder if that was a little bit more about the road changes. I skipped a few. Here's something that could work for RLS career mode. Complete a mission where the car is damaged by default. Oh, that could be... We're already halfway there with Joe's junk stuff. His next update is going to be absolute chef's kiss. And, ooh, we're finally delivering to the underused construction site. I don't know if you guys ever see this construction site, but there's a little construction zone here. I've been waiting for a reason to go down here. Alright, we did the thing. Made some money. Very nice. It's such a long step from free roam. You guys remember when all you did was free roam? And now we're thinking, alright, you know, what do we do with our car? What are we gonna upgrade next? You know, let's do these missions to make money, then go upgrade the car. Man, so cool. For anyone who can make UIs, could you make a GTA style police UI with stars? That would be interesting. Tristan's our main UI guy, and from what I've learned from him, UI is, wow, that's some top tier difficult stuff. So good luck finding someone with that. I hope you do, and that's not a bad idea. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's do another commercial. I want to go back one. Let's look at this screen. These are levels, commercial division certification. Okay, I understand how this works. All right, so we got nimble navigator. That's really the only one next that we can do. So we'll try it. What is that? Did I see what I thought I saw? It's on the patch notes that all the roads were tweaked and worked on, and it was a lot. Current police gameplay, that's somewhere has a very basic UI, and I think it shows stars. It does show stars, yeah. I haven't toyed with it but I think it's there now in freestyle. Could be wrong. Yeah, no, you can definitely get it in, and I can show you. We just don't really have police in right now, so it wouldn't be much of a point. UI and Lua is scary. I'm much more comfortable with Lua. UI, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I've never even started it, but Tristan's done a lot of really good stuff with it. Not sure if the mission you're doing is like what I'm about to say, but could there be a mission like car advertisement? If it's a D series, it could be an off-road mission with cargo or rock crawler. So kind of bring your own vehicle, maybe. Or okay, I think what So Okay, I think I see where you're going. Like basically, you go and drive a D series in a certain way, like maybe like a stunt way almost, for a commercial. I like that a lot. I've had that idea before. If you guys remember the OG career overhaul, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started real quick. The OG back in the day, I created 2 that were like supposed to be film missions. I don't really have a load, but maybe that's the purpose right now. It had 2 EV missions, and the idea was that you were filming an EV commercial. Maybe I'll bring them back. They had you driving underwater. It was a lot of fun to make. I really don't like EV cars at all, but I understand why they exist, and it was fun using them, giving them a function and a purpose. And bro, you just lit a fire for career updates. I'll be honest, I was getting a little like tired. Like, you know, let me go play vanilla, get back to some roots, and figure out what it is I want to do. You know, and I was really getting sucked into the vehicle modding stuff and enjoying making new parts. And I do have a vehicle in the works, partnered with a 3D modeler, and hopefully partnering with a few more 3D modelers for a few more cars. But this really lights that fire to go do more career modding and stuff. Other than just getting the career working again, but just new features, I guess. Really adding to the UI. Okay, so I assume this was just kind of prepping us for the next deal. Whoops, I don't know what I just pressed. I will say this is not main menu. This is making me forget about the grind for money and feeling like I gotta make money, I gotta make money. Oh, you guys are playing a Lens Flare Studio gameplay. We were too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's gonna be. We have a really cool idea. We've had it for a few months. We just haven't gotten to it, and I think we were gonna get it to it this round. I wonder if we were thinking the same thing. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to try to beat you out, and then you can let us know if we were on the right path or not. I'm running the unlocking as a basics, get 66% of the stars to unlock the next challenge and 60% of the stars. Okay, I like that. That makes sense. That's fair. You don't have to get... I hate when games are like, you have to be perfect. You have to get, 3 stars. I think there needs to be some wiggle room. But you also don't want to be like, hey, you tried and good job for just trying. Okay, we gotta go back in. Career paths. I'm really liking these. These are fun. Okay, maximum capacity. Okay, so I see what it is. The first one's kind of like doing the, getting to know the car without it. Second one's getting to know, like doing the course with the load, and then you go deliver that load over to wherever you're going. Very cool. I would love to see that be a bit of a fast pass to unlocking some special deliveries. I think that'd be really cool. Gregory PS watching the stream twice, one on my PS5 and one on your phone to chat and give ideas. I love that. Appreciate it. All right, now we have our sunburst with a trailer. Love to see it. Here we go. Oh, that was everything it took. That was the full clutch dump. Traction control doing a lot of work. This is hilarious. I don't know, when I saw we were in a sunburst wagon, I just assumed it was probably like an all-wheel drive, mid model, not a front-wheel drive base model. That's great. No, the couch is half fallen off. Man, I'd almost love for there to be kind of a, well, it wouldn't make a lot of sense, but in order, like when you start your delivery load from a certain area, maybe, you have to go through a bit of an obstacle course to get out. Kind of like this is, or a little, not really an obstacle course, but like you have to go through a little bump to make sure your load's secured, maybe a few speed bumps, a little like hill. I like this idea of like, okay, now let's put the weight on. Okay, now let's go do the real delivery. That's fun. Obviously, still have the free roam aspect of doing everything we can in free roam, but I think everything has its place. Go. Didn't catch any air. It's not the goal. I gotta ask Crawl. I normally don't like asking for like what's next or anything like that. You know, I figure you'll share when you're ready to share. But I noticed in the drag mission editor, which I haven't figured out how to use yet. I haven't really tried. I don't know if there's much of a use for it yet or if that's coming. But I noticed there's a little tough truck section. Is that going to be like a thing in the future? Is that something I can play with now? I love the idea of a tough truck where it's basically you're doing things you probably shouldn't in like a stock-ish truck, not a built crawler kind of thing. It gives content for that middle ground of truck before it's fully built, but it's not totally stock. Oh, I keep hitting retry. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I do love the sunburst sounds good. I think that's what you're talking about. But I think there could be some room for improvements. Skrunkles, it made a really good sounding exhaust that I hope to release here probably soon. Keep going to main menu. Oh man, I missed a lot. Holy cow. The goal of Lens Flare was progress through billboards start showing up around the world based on what you've done. Whoa. Then the success leads you to delivering supplies to build new Lens Flare. Woo! Oh, that sounds amazing. That's why it's a dirt pile now, but there's a lot of moving parts at the moment and not sure I have time. I hope you beat us. That's really cool. We weren't quite thinking that route. We were thinking of basically, I don't know if I don't want to say too much, but you're sharing so much. Basically using some of the billboards we see, like, all right, so we got feline racers, right? Making the lore is that, hey, they're making that movie, but they need X amount of this one certain vehicle. So your goal is to go deliver X amount of those vehicles to Lens Flare in order to help with the movie production. And that would reward you. It'd be a bit of a long-term goal. The example we keep using is, okay, you know, you have to deliver 10 Moonhawks. You have to go buy and deliver, essentially sell to them 10 Moonhawks. And you get paid out pretty well for it. That's part of the idea. But there's so many different little movie billboards. Maybe not here, but like in Italy, there's a few, I think. Just like all around the map. So it sounds like we'll be doing similar things in different directions. Right now, sadly, this isn't cargo, so if you lose it, the game doesn't know. That's funny. You need bull eyes in your career mode? Yeah. Gameplay plan is a proper tutorial that you do, and at the end, APM hires you and gives you 10,000 signing bonus. That's cool. And you're off to the races, or you decide to do career paths. Do other career paths. That's really cool. That's really neat. I like that. Can we get a different location for the base garage area in RLS mode for 35? You mean not Chinatown garage? Yeah, I think so. I got a little sick of Chinatown too. It'd be right to change it, but I don't know where we change it to. All right, let's do another one of these. Horizon delivery. I guess we're just gonna fly through all of these. What do you think of the new turn 1 on the racetrack, by the way? I wanted it to curve around and lead you into the turn better, make it more intuitive. Everyone screwed up the turn 1 before. Are you talking about right here? Or are you talking about going left or going right? So I feel like going right, the decal roads were different, and I really like that. At first I was like, why is the decal road telling me to, you know, start out wide and circle back in? And then I kind of did it on one of those final laps, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Didn't know I was doing it so wrong before. Because I don't think the left-hand turn really changed, minus the skid marks going off. If you're on that line, you know you're off. If you're on that line, you probably were close, but you know you're going off. The grandstands used to be a box going left. Grandstands used to be a box going left. Oh, okay. You're talking about going left. I haven't tried turn 1 going left yet, to be honest. Oh, you know what? That pit lane is extended, isn't it? Is it? I need a before and after. Oh, these grandstands are, oh my goodness. Okay. You're coming down, you used to look at a box of grandstands in front of you. And it was confusing because it like teed off like right around here. And so if you came in hot, you didn't really know it till you're midway through the corner and you're aiming at that corner, aiming at that wall. So now this is kind of expanded out, rounded out. Is that what led to this whole area being built here? Other than it being like, it makes sense to have more parking, and especially to get to some big grandstands like this. Wow. I love these little inside details of like what went on in development. I love that. The lore behind making the update. That's awesome. Let's get this delivery going. All right, we are going to turn off traction control. We want to get there a little quicker. Okay, we just smoked the tires. That's what led to the whole area. That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. That's also a lot of work though to be like, we need to redo the turn. All right, rebuild it all, and 2 levels deeper. That's awesome. Sometimes I start a project and I'm, you know, it's kind of like, oh wait, but I have to do X, Y, Z, and H, and you don't want to do that last bit, and so you don't quite start it. That looks really nice. But yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think the new RLS starting garage should be? And I guess it's more of a question. Are you gonna make, like, I know we have the building architect. I'm not proficient in it at all. I've messed with it a little bit. Oh, we got some trailers sway there. Oh boy. I don't know if I want to build my own custom house yet. I'm not ready. So it'd be quicker just to like pick a spot or even drag in a building. We could do that. With the new weather sit mod, it would be super cool if you guys added storm chasing as a job. Ooh. That would take some partnership, but that would be pretty cool. Huh. Tornado spawns and you have to go get so close to the tornado. Get paid pretty big. I like that. That's a, oh. Time out. I gotta write something down. You warranted a pause. Well done. Well done there, Aaron Meggs. Storm chasing with weather mods. I'm never gonna sleep again. Too fun. The road didn't change, but the grandstands changed. Okay, got it. Yeah. Cool. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I figured it out. It took me a second of looking at it. I haven't touched the building architect yet myself. Still work in progress. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I should. I started a project about a month ago, and I have kind of put it on ice. Only a few people really knew that it started, and those few kind of know that I'm probably going to discontinue it. But it had to do with a new map and using all the new tools. And it's just, there's so many new tools to learn, and building a map is such a big deal as far as a time commitment. And there's so many other things I could do in the meantime. So just put it on the back burner. It might come back one day though. And we're making the money now. That one, we got 5,500 from that one. Heck yeah. All right, let's knock out these semi-truck challenges real quick. Career path and commercial carrier. Nice. Haven't driven a T-Series in so long. Hard mode should start in the sewers. I'm actually gonna write that down. Hardcore start in canal. That is really funny. I kind of want to change the lore from your uncle loaned you a car to you found a car in the sewers. I don't know. That's hilarious. I think we should go to an area that isn't as cramped, please. Maybe take advantage of the new areas across the West Coast USA along the new house building tool, sky's limit. Yep, that's true. That's true. One of the devs on the Bat building architect tool, nice, is an AI genius, and back in the day was one of the on the pioneering teams of string theory and more. He's a legendary guy that I love talking about. That's really cool. I assume he's still around. That's awesome. I can't wait to see what they're working on next. I would love to see. I would love to interview staff members on what. Obviously, you have to be careful, right? Not just like, hey, what's coming next, but like what they're doing, or looking back, what they did, kind of thing. That'd be really cool to kind of almost like a docu-series documenting the updates and what's going along. Or base game he's talking about. We'll fly around the map after a couple more missions, and we'll try to find a new spot for our start of the career. The third challenge in the advanced cargo delivery has glitch paths. Sadly, it tells you to go right of the gates at the container yard, but it's not supposed to. Pathing hates me. Pathing is probably the most frustrating thing, and really that's what stopped me from making more missions, AI missions at least. I understand like AI, it's still getting improved, and AI logic and their ability to drive quickly, but it was ultimately pathing that really just kind of took the wind out of my sails. But I'm a little more motivated now with the whole career paths thing, and having a whole RLS area. Yeah, this T-Series sounds so nice. Ooh, that was not the gear. Didn't realize I was spinning tire. I don't know where a new starter house would be. It needs to be somewhere where you wouldn't really have a lot of garage space. Something kind of poor. You want to start out a little poor. You don't want to start off in a high rise or something. We could. You know what? Oh, maybe we could do Redwood Forest. There's a Redwood Forest house. Oh, this one's different. Oh no. I just assumed I could go up and down the ramp. You got me. You got me, Crawl. I was zoned in. Or zoned out, I guess is probably a better way to say it, but that's funny. That one made me jump a little bit there. Oh, the brakes weren't where I thought they were either. That was very generous. Very generous 2 stars. I love it. Oh, I love these ideas. Oh man, loved it so much the music stopped. Let's see. Let's go with let's go chill. It's been raining and storming all day today, which has been really nice. I enjoy that weather the most. Okay, let's see. I would love to see our other starter garage. Yeah, the cul-de-sac house. Yeah, but that's too nice. Cul-de-sac's too nice of a house. You gotta be able to buy that. This MK4 Freak, by the way, we've chatted on Discord before. Very nice. Oh, okay. Okay, it's read that. Yes, I'd love to have the team open up more to the public as well. Some studios do it brilliantly. Yeah, it's tough though, right? Like, it can be something that really helps and can sometimes really hurt. If all it takes is one dev crashing out or even looking like they're crashing out, or the community not understand something they say to really bring on hot water. We've been working on an 8K map for a year now. Ease. I would love to see some screenshots of that and where you're at with the development, Aaron Mags. Send me a DM. I'd love to see that 8K map because I might have been doing something similar. Interview idea is brilliant. Would love to watch that. You know where I got the idea from is Scrunkles. He wants to do that with the RLS team. I was like, that'd be so cool because we're working so fast. We're not really documenting all the things we're doing, discovering our experience. He thought the project and the team that we have is really cool and wanted to kind of document where it's all starting. And that's kind of, I mean, I couldn't agree more. It feels like this is all starting. We're starting something big. Full speed next time. Oh wait, we accidentally redid it, didn't we? We're supposed to go on to the next one. Oh, I keep doing main menu. I keep doing that. I think because I think of the main menu now as this career paths area. We have not moved our car in so long. Wrong one. Hey, also our money rewards are increasing. We're in the 1.5 territory. I love that. Heavy haul. There it is. Okay. We have to load our own trailer too? Okay. I saw that you've noticed how I changed the A-frame house area. Did I made it so it looks better from the other side as you're drifting up that road? The A-frame house. I don't know if I noticed that. A-frame house. Oh, you're talking about the no, not that one. Are you talking about the Redwood Forest house? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, that looks like an A. I thought it was purely because all these little oh, I guess there are no rally routes there. You had no need to do that. I love that. We had a plan for this. There is a phase 2 to the purchasing of houses that we haven't gotten to yet. And so that's why you didn't see like we just made a garage at every single house that would make sense. Like it would make total sense to have a house here. But two things. One, the last setup, it was kind of not good for a garage setting that wasn't very flat. This is a lot flatter, so cars aren't going to start rolling away on you. This also doesn't have a legit garage, which we're a little bit more okay not having that anymore. I mean, Chinatown didn't have an actual garage, but we were saving this to be a bit of a phase 2, and well, we haven't really gotten to the phase 2 yet, so maybe we can use that one and find a different area for the next phase 2. All right, let's get this going, because then when we do the other one, we can kind of just chill and drive. Wait, we got to get our trailer, don't we? Yeah, I love that. I love that. Although I do wonder if was that a design purpose, or was that a having to get the trailer, or was that kind of constraints of the mission making? Either way, I think I agree with the way it's set up. And I assume as devs, you don't really cut corners like, well, this is how we have to do it, so we'll do it this way. A lot of times with the RLS stuff, we're kind of like, okay, like this, we'll make the lore after we make the thing, if that makes any sense. This is much more of a challenge. You know, especially you think about how long this is taking us. Imagine getting a somewhat permanent delivery bonus because you're now hired on by APBM, or you have an APBM license that show you have that credential, right? Almost like a driving test, how you can save money on auto insurance by doing driving tests in real life. A similar thing where, hey, you know, this will enhance your delivery journey and really start your delivery career in the career mode. I think that's such a good idea. I absolutely love it. I just love the fact that we were able to chat with the career, you know, developers and just be able to, you know, work on this stuff alongside, side by side. It's almost like having two teams that work fully independently of each other. And it just adds for more data collection, more hype, more, you know, you have one team that, you know, is held to a much higher standard. It has to be well done and, you know, polished. And then you have this other team that's a little bit more about experimenting with new things. Here's the rumble strip bit. Just a good setup. What a time to be alive. What a time to be in this development mode. I remember when I was little, I shouldn't say little, when I was younger, like 10 years ago or a little less, I remember thinking, oh, I wish there was a career mode. I remember specifically it was in college of 2018 or 2017. I was like, man, I just can't wait for career mode. Like, I don't want to wait. Like, I just want to, like, fast forward, put the game away, disappear, and then come back and career mode is here. But now I'm glad we're part of the journey. All right, that was, oh man, if we did better, we could have made some big money. I see where you're getting the whole, this kind of jump starts you cash-wise too. Wow, if we did, we're gonna have to come back when we're hurting on cash. All right, let's catch back up with chats here. Oh, I keep hitting continue. Okay, check out the house from the other side down the road. There's also a little shortcut I made that cuts the hairpin. What? In career mode 2020 was, this was one of the two houses you could buy. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing back then. Design purpose constraints are being changed to allow them to spawn as one. Almost made it into release. Happen. Hope it does next time. Gotcha. I was working on something at some point about having your reward vehicle, but for some reason, I feel like that piece was related. One of those like, oh well, when I can do this, that means I can do that. I just don't remember what that was anymore. All right, we'll start this one. That trailer would look a lot cooler with a reefer. Oh, Bella, I see those eyes. Is that in the works? Are we gonna have to have some refrigerated stuff? That would be pretty cool. I would, Bella, let's talk. I would love, if you're gonna do a reefer, or if you already did, I haven't seen your latest updates. I really think we should add a feature, and I'm currently working on how to do this through J-beams with other vehicles. I'm sure it's possible, I just haven't tried it yet, and maybe you're gonna try it too. But it'd be really cool, because reefers, they actually require fuel as well. That refrigeration unit requires fuel. And so not only are you fueling your truck up, you have to keep your reefer trailer fueled up as well to keep your load cold. Oh, that clearance. Oh, oh gosh, Crow. Was this tested? Flashbacks to when I tried to haul my truck up to the mud tracks or something like that. Oh my goodness. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, when you add the reefers, you should add an element that reduces your fuel economy of... Well, I guess you wouldn't know what truck is... I couldn't do that. It'd be across a different vehicle. You can't really reduce fuel economy. Well, it's not true. Bella, if you're serious about the reefer and if you want to add functionality so that your trailer reduces the fuel economy of your vehicle, let me know, because I think there's a way, but it's going to require some Lua, and we're going to have to get Tristan on the call too. But that would be really cool to see. Right now with the J-beam stuff I've been experimenting with, I basically want to add different fuel types without actually adding legit core game fuel types, because that seems really challenging and invasive and deep kind of thing. Also, we should check, I'll mention this is going to take us to the wrong spot. Okay, it's just a waypoint issue. We can still get over to the docks. Yeah. So I want to add like some fuel types, but you don't want to just add fuel types that just give you more horsepower. There needs to be a negative to it. There needs to be a drawback. And the most sensible drawback I can think of is fuel economy. So let's say you're going to start running methanol on your vehicle. So cool, you don't have to worry about radiator cooling anymore. You don't even need a radiator. So now your classic car can really look like a cool classic car with no radiator, just straight engine poking out. But your fuel economy is going to be absolutely trashed because methanol burns very fast. So that's kind of one of the things I've been thinking about. We could do something similar with a reefer trailer, but do some Lua to make it so that, well, they would have to say like, hey, all games in the map now have less fuel economy, at least in career mode. We might not be able to do it in free roam. But we could definitely kind of add some career-specific parts, or career-specific, we'll call it, oh gosh, my mirror, logic or coding in that will, affect career mode. That was a lot of rambling. I've probably missed a lot of chats. This is not the time to be trying to read. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. Why are we racing? Controlled jackknife, no big deal. Strategic jackknife. Forgot we have compression brakes. Okay, Beams of Norway are the people who helped me figuring out how to capture USGS data. Wait a second. Okay, no, I don't know. A long time ago, I saw a trailer about someone making a big map about their hometown. It might have been the Beams of Norway. I do know how to do the terrain data thing. Bank silent. Okay, yeah, I know how to do this. Oh wait, of the surrounding area of my local racetrack. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I know how to get terrain data in. The Orlando track was made off of terrain data. Super powerful stuff, that is. I don't chat with other YouTubers and modders, and not for any specific reason. I enjoy what you've done in the community, and you're passionate behind it all. Feelings mutual. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Cam, Bear, Pixel, they're all great guys. Cool, cool, cool. You need to learn J-Beam because the vanilla bull-eyed wings are kind of not good. Yeah, we could, I mean, it takes two things, right? The 3D model and then getting it into the game. And I'm working on how to get stuff in the game. I just need the 3D models. This may be kind of out of the way, but what about tractor pooling events? So I've thought about it a lot. I think it comes down to spawning in vehicles with trailers. We need that to be a thing. I guess you could load it up. But then making sure, well, yeah, you make it a step process where you have to load the trailer before you go do the event. That's cool. I like that. It takes some time, but could be a thing. They made the bridge exactly as high as it is. Fun fact, it's 13.1. It's actually more like a 13.4 because of the specific mission. Otherwise, it wasn't doable. You approached correctly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I was very... I saw a little bit of clipping. I was like, you know what? I'll take it, though. Don't forget you have high and low. Oh, yeah, I do, don't I? Oh, I even have it bound, too. Wait, that's my blinker. Oh, I thought I had it bound. Maybe I don't. Nope. Oh, yeah, I gotta go this way. Also rebuilt this bridge and intersections lights to the freeway. Oh, hold on. Definitely almost lost it. To the freeway from the track. That's so... See, I wouldn't have noticed that subtle stuff. And I think if I'm scrolled correctly, because I am behind, you're talking about... Hold on. Let me pause real quick. I think you're talking about... That chat probably came in... Talking about this, maybe? Read that again. Also rebuilt this bridge and intersection / lights to the freeway from the track. Okay, to the freeway from the track. To the freeway from the track. So here's the track to the freeway. Oh, yeah. Oh, I totally noticed this. Oh, yeah. No traffic light in the middle. That's so nice. It feels more open. I love it. Path was... The path was like, hold on, I missed my keys. Shudo S, are you like a comedian or something? I love your sense of humor. Okay, I missed some Bella. Been collecting reference pics and in talks with a 3D modeler who worked with me on the 9.9. Would definitely be cool to make it work as well. That'd be awesome. I would love to know who your 3D modeler is too, if you would want to share them. And oh, I unpaused. Like I said, looking for lots of 3D modelers. The nav path was totally wrong. I haven't seen that before. Oh, that's not even what you're talking about before. That's funny. Okay, here we go. The path was like, I got that. Why are we so heavy? I guess we lost a lot of momentum, didn't we? Oh, our mirror. It got bent in, and you can see the cab interior. That's pretty cool. Mirror stuff. That must be very expensive from a performance standpoint to be able to do like that. Well done, game engine. All right, so we are here, we believe. I love this port area. I remember when it first came in, I was like, this took some time. This was not a one-day deal for sure. A stop sign for lore. Love it. You know, for a long time, I stopped every single time coming into the port. I just enjoyed the immersion. I just slowed the whole thing down. Made sure I went at a slow pace. I want to get back to that kind of gaming. I miss that. I've been in such a rush lately to rush everything, do everything. I want to just... Now I want to start enjoying it. I just read Crawl. I just read this challenge is timed in parentheses. Oh no. Oh, 30 seconds, my dude. I'm behind on chat. I was trying to scroll it. Oh man. Sorry for everyone's anxiety that knew that was timed. BeamNG is a vampire, confirmed. I wish I was. I can just stay up forever. That'd be awesome. Sleeping. I used to love getting sleep, right? Now sleep is just getting in the way. Is this default traffic? Everything about this is vanilla. Not a single mod is active. Okay, all right. Let's do this again. We're gonna go straight there. No dilly dallying. Gosh, we're even locking the diffs. Go high gear. Look up and get out of here. You guys want first person or third? Because this just turned into a race. Well, we gotta go third for the tunnel here again. Regarding the nav graph maker, it's like it's trying to send you to the garage instead of the location, which is clearly marked as the cranes. But I don't know, weird, interesting. Oh man, these clearances, that's so funny. Oh, just barely. Oh man, that's so cool. I love that. That's what, you know what, I would say that's the difference between a dev and a mod, or a mod maker. Is the dev gets all these little pieces right. Like, sure, there's some bugs that they gotta come back and fix and polish, but they think of all the bits that flow downwards from making a change. A general modder will just be excited that their creation came out, and you know, we try to think of downward changes as much as we can, but normally we're just really passionate about the thing we just made, and we're willing to cut corners or cut other people's content's corners to get ours out. So devs have a fine line to balance for sure. All right, let's go third person. To be honest, that time was too short. I don't know. I paused and flew around. I don't know if time actually stopped. I mean, like we just talked about, I don't really like feeling rushed in deliveries, but you kind of have to have somewhat of a time limit. Like, there has to be something that says that's pushing you to keep going. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of nice to have something that just says get it done. But then, if you're the type of player that wants that push, you're gonna be like, why am I doing this? I can just do this whenever. I don't know. That's tough. On one hand, I want to say get rid of the time limit, make the delivery the main point, but then also, in real life, deliveries have time limits. You know, if you take 10 days to get across the United States with your load, they're going to be pretty upset. I'm going to say, where's my box of goldfish kind of thing, or whatever you're hauling. Shout out to when I worked for a trucking brokerage and got to be a part of that whole process and seeing what loads are moving around. Remember, we would ship gun safes across the United States, and man, those things were heavy. But they were shipping often. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna read after I get through this windy bit. These brakes are trying to lock up on me. Don't change lanes. Don't change lanes. Oh, but don't stop either. Insurance will handle that one. I don't see any. I mean, I lost the headlight. That's all. Must have just fallen out. Definitely nothing back there happened. Yeah, I got a time limit to make. It just became, what's that game? Crazy Trucker? Or I think my first trucking game was I think it was Hard Truck, 18 Wheels of Steel or something like that. And they were all about time limits, and the whole thing was trucking fastly to places, and I refused. I just drove trucks slowly. And then the AI, I think, in that game would absolutely obliterate you. So, like, I wanted to drive with the AI, but I couldn't. So I'd have to, like, let them pass, then catch up and drive near them or something. That was an early game. Oh, all right, here we go. Back on the throttle. Okay, APM is asking, take this truck and trailer to the destination within the time period. It's a specific test. Yeah, that's a good point, Crawl. If you just want to cruise around, then you can engage with the logistics career path instead. Yeah, exactly. Well said. Well put. If you check out the tunnel by the drag strip, I added a little bit of crumple on the drift track sides, as if a trailer crunched it once. Really? Tunnel of the drag strip. So I have to check that out. That's awesome. I want to see that. Some tight places in BeamNG tend to make your pants the color brown. They absolutely do. All it takes, if you say delivery is easy, you know, go take that tanker truck and leave commercial area. You will not drive the same. I want to join the ride right after. I want to enjoy the ride rather than rush it stop at the traffic light. Yeah, so, but Carl did make a good point. Like, in this specific scenario, they're specifically testing you and asking you to get here to there in a specified amount of time. Because if you think about it, you know, a real logistics company is not going to want you to dilly-dally your deliveries. They're going to want you to get your deliveries done. And so they're going to, you know, I don't know if they really would test you, but they would, if they could, they would definitely be interested in testing you. How fast can you get it done? Or really, can you get it done in a certain amount of time? Not really, it's not really a race, but you gotta meet the criteria. Looks like nav pathing is working as expected now too. This is good. Must have been a glitch before. Yep. I think that must have been the case. To me, though, that's the slightly agonizing part of any kind of development is, you know, Tristan would pause everything and say, okay, well, what caused the glitch? Let's go fix it. And I'm like, oh, but it's a fluke. Let's move on. I want to enjoy the day, you know. But apparently something didn't work at first, and then it did. All right, we still got to stop. Oop, okay, sorry, I'm new here. I'm getting my license. I'm on a time crunch. I failed my test last time. Got to pass this time. Where's my delivery point? Where's the docks? Struggling for paperwork. Headlight was gone before you hit them. Yeah, exactly. He gave me this. This is how the truck came. Oh, that little D-Series is moving. Alrighty. With time to spare. Very nice. Okay, I think that's worthy of a 2-star. I like that. That's some big money. That much? Hoo-wee! And remember when we said career was too challenging in vanilla mode? I mean, I think this is. I mean, now I feel like okay, now I can go buy something I really want or build something I really want. That was a good gameplay loop, especially for a first taste, the first teaser. That was awesome. Let's go look at that crumpled guardrail. The tunnel is over here. Okay, let's see here. This all looks fine. That's all normal. Not seeing it here. Maybe it's by... Let's see. Here? I'll have to find it. Not feeling like flying around. This camera's kind of wicked up too fast. The ceiling of entrance from the gravel track. Okay, gravel track, ceiling of entrance. Oh, look at that! That's what he's talking about right there. That's awesome. The detail. See, this is the details that you would never see for the longest time. Or you would see it and be like, oh, okay, but you know, the devs spent time and intentionally did this. I love that. I'm gonna smash my semi on that tunnel. Yeah, Bella, so you have the Segra mod. I don't have the Segra mod, and so you know, I've never driven with it. Does the Segra fit? I imagine it's about the same height of a T-Series, but sometimes those trucks, sometimes those semis can be a bit tall. I bet there's probably some T-Series that might not fit. Might be something they'd have to think about. Use the high-low splitter for better acceleration. Yeah, I don't have them mapped though, and I don't want to keep using my mouse. That's on me. I gotta get my controls more immersed. Great to hear that. I've never touched the career mode before, but I'm willing to try it this time, obviously with Raceless mod. Yeah, I mean, try vanilla too, though. You know, you want to have a taste of both flavors, because both flavors are only going to get more refined. It's hard because I tell people that don't play the game, like, oh yeah, I'm working on this mod, and they're like, well, what is it? It's like, well, it changes career aspects. And then they're like, oh, what does it change? It's like, well, I don't know. It's hard to say. I kind of do there's a lot of changes. Okay, but there is no fast automotive dealership. That was a RLS thing. Okay, for some reason I thought that was in the game. That's vanilla. Oh, I forgot we don't have the drift steering on. All right, chat, what do we do next? We got some money. We got some cash to play with. No, maybe we should look at some other career paths too. Definitely need some even better wheels and tires on this, maybe. Did Did they by chance add bus routes to West Coast for career? Not yet, but one of us is going to have to do it soon. I think we took a little stab at it and didn't go so well, and we didn't spend more time on it. So somehow it could happen. You delivered some important cargo and gave APM some special metrics. Well done. Here's 12K. No, I love it. I love that kind of like, you know, that took what? How long have we been streaming? It took an hour and a half. And I wouldn't say it was the most thrilling stuff, you know? It wasn't like, oh, this pickup truck with an inline-6 manual is so fun. But we did the work, we got it done, and we got some starting cash. So I do like that. I think if... I don't know if you should get that lump sum starting amount and get some kind of multiplier. Not that you're getting that now through this, but earlier I thought that'd be a kind of a cool thing. I mean, look, we got commercial division certification, so maybe that's where it's going to do it. But no, really fun, really cool. Love to see it. That's awesome. We didn't 3-star anything. Oh, we 3-starred the second one. So I'd say it's appropriately challenging enough. If I want to go 3 stars, I could, and I could really push myself. But as far as other stuff here, we got time trials. We have drag racing, which I thought was cool. Different kind of levels. In fact, let's see if these pay. Let's go see if these pay. Oh, we just start the challenge. Okay, we'll just start the challenge. 4 meters is the right size of the mod truck. If built correctly, will fit. Very nice. Some guardrails need some bending. You know what we should do? You know, while we're at the drag strip, I saw this crawl, and I assumed it was you, and I knew exactly what you thought. I thought it was really cool, and I thought players were going to have a lot of fun. We'll show it at the end of this drag strip. I haven't tried to drive the Segra around here. I'm scared to try now. I need to reach out to him. I wish we could get the Segra. I don't know. I understand the idea of paid mods and why they're important, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we could strike some kind of deal. Be fun. All about deals. I enjoy making deals. 2 parties can progress from making a deal. That's progress. All right, so we're doing this drag mission. I guess we just gotta do a drag event with this car. I can only imagine a car hauler under that bridge. Oh, cars are gone. There's no way. Yeah, there's no. If you gotta deliver a fast automotive car, yeah, good luck. All right, stop your vehicle. I'm gonna stop when I feel like it. Oh, that wind light to the right too. Super cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was flashing on the right side. Can only imagine a car hauler under the bridge. Yeah, we talked about that. Yep. So fast automotive used to be just random garage bay in the paddock. Then the area was built. It was okay. They're gonna tell me I gotta stop. That's fair enough. Got our money. Oh, we did. Hey, we got money. That's a good sign. Good. It was used race cars and NOS refill, but then it randomly disappeared, and we're waiting to improve it. Nice. Oh wait, so there was there a fast automotive? Oh, it was used race cars. Interesting. I like that. Drag strip. Take a left. I'd be curious, Carl, and I don't know if you're able to answer this, and not to bug you and pick your brain too much, but how hard, like I said, I kind of want to add fuel types, like methanol or some kind of E85. How difficult would it be to integrate a new fuel system in the game compared to just kind of, you know, sneakily doing it through J-beams and having all the details go through J-beams? Like the J-beam deal would be only a few hours, I imagine. But to go into like adding fuels and stuff, that feels like a depthness that career players normally don't touch. If that makes sense. Defense was certainly you. Nice. I know everyone loved the jump at the end, so I combined the runoff area and a jump. I love it. Goal is to jump between the V and the tree directly ahead of the jump. Okay, we're not going to take the jump because this is our car. But oh, also that drag strip did. The drag tree looks like it was going to work. That's good. We'll go back. We'll go down here and check it out. Oh yeah, the wind lights flashing. I saw that the first time I saw that. I thought it was so cool right here, and I passed it because we didn't do a drag strip. They were so sweet. the overall code behind the drag stuff seems to be completely changed. Like, and I haven't gotten into depth, so I'm speaking out of just kind of first thoughts and first glances, but it looks like it's purely based. Like, it's not really necessarily just like a Lua trigger thing. There's a whole base system implied. No, you know what I mean. Yeah, here's the fence jump here. You overtake it too bad, boom, you're hitting the jump. I love that. I mean, rarely did I let my intrusive thoughts launch me at the end of the drag strip. Maybe I was tired of tuning, but this really is really cool. They must have been going pretty fast. Feel free to bug me here. Worst case, I say I don't know. Perfect. I don't think there ever was a fast automotive release. That would have been around 28, 29. Okay. Gotta get through this dirt. It says, and right off the bat, regarding vehicle systems like this, I don't know. Fair enough, fair enough. Fuel. I want to run my car on pure alcohol. See, like, I want to add fuel types, but I don't really want to be like, okay, now you also got to go to this gas station and fill up on methanol specifically, or find a gas station that only fuels this one fuel. Maybe one day, but not at the moment. Implemented. There it is. Gosh, words are running out. So is there a way to refill NOS now, or do you have to just replace it? I think you just replace it. I'm not sure yet. I haven't tried it since. On that jump is perfect for RLS insurance fraud. Yeah, that's very true. I'm not too upset about the buying of nitrous bottles, because it's kind of like the downside of just having this power adder called nitrous, right? What I think would be cool though, and something we might try to implement and work on, hint hint, is when you own garages, you get special perks for owning the garages, like being able to refill your nitrous or free tuning, things like that. Just gotta do the legwork to get there. Let's dump some money into this car though. I'm feeling a little rich. That jump is perfect for, oh yeah, we said that. The drag strip is quarter mile with quarter mile cooldown plus a little extra, like most tracks, but some people are running 4-second cars with no parachutes, so they certainly run far. Absolutely. That's awesome. All right, let's see. What do we do with this thing? Oops. I don't know. Do we go back to trying to do time trials? I feel like we didn't do well there, so maybe we just make a time trial monster, put like 10-20 grand into it, get race tires, full lot. In fact, can we get center lugs? No. The Covette that allows center lugs. We should maybe, you know, let me write that down. Let's see, vehicle mods. More center lug spindles for cars. See how long. We'll see how hard that is to implement later down the line. Also, the vehicle respawning into this tent after performance index was fixed just after last hotfix. Hopefully, it makes it next hotfix midweek. We hope, instead of outside the parking spot. You know, I didn't mind it being in the parking spot, to be honest. It did seem like a departure from, you know, pattern, but it was kind of like, it felt like this wasn't really ours. Like this was open to the public, you know? Your car gets booted out. I kind of like that. Wait, about the fuel system, I'm pretty sure BeamLR had that implemented. Interesting. To be honest, I don't really look across the pond or around much. I wouldn't really know. You get so preoccupied with the stuff you're doing. Let's get some big race tires. Let's go. Oops. Let's go 5 lug. Crawl, do you think at some point we'll see a merge of how they're updating, you know, the new updated search system and stuff, and free roam part selecting and career part selecting? Like, we also have the search at the top, but like, I thought we had a wheel search. We don't have that here in career mode. I'm wondering if one day it'll get implemented together. I imagine so, but I also imagine that's not necessarily your department either. 18s would be kind of big. Let's go for some really wide 17s, maybe. We have only one 17 by 10 clockwise. Sure, run it. And we'll put race tires on that. Yep, 265s. That's plenty. Would probably say it's too much, but not with our poor driving. Let's see. I want to see more people trying my vintage endurance time trials. Okay, I don't know if we can get there tonight, but we're gonna go for it. I didn't know you made those either, or as well. By 10s. Thick tires on that. This one did not default to race. That's why we check. Brakes. Let's do some better brakes. Shout out to Shift Tab, who always reminds me I never upgrade my brakes. Very much correct. I always forget. I think the disc brakes are fine. We'll just get some better pads on there. Glad to hear you didn't mind, though. Yeah, no, I thought it was part of it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It made me think, you know, do we implement that into some other places? But we'll see. I saw a lot of people complaining about it or just disappointed by it. QOL just changed it. Quality of life thing I just changed. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Sometimes you gotta be like, all right, even though it'd be more immersive or whatever to do this, quality of life dictates, you know, for the betterment of enjoyment, you know, do it different. Parts management, etc., is a tangled web of complexity, I'm sure. I'm not clear on their plans, unfortunately. Recently, they combined inventory and purchasing, which broke this tent. Yeah, I mean, I see they combined it. I really do love it, though. I gotta say, it's a nice change. I didn't expect that change. To me, that seems really tough. If they could just, you know, in the spirit of what most people say, if they could just add a quick search bar to the wheels, that'd be awesome to see. You know, just whip that up real quick, because I'm sure it's really easy. Oftentimes, when something's you think is really easy, it is not easy at all, or else it would have been done. Should we go bigger turbo? We're making 16 pounds, or do we just do a better block? Stage 2 and Stage 3 performance blocks are the same. I don't know if that's a bug or not. I feel like that wasn't the case, but I mean, hey, let's go Stage 3. Why not? Cost me the same. Not supposed to be able to buy here, but now it's possible as a result of the change. Oh, so it was going to be like the genuine tuning tent. I was wondering. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, well, you know, we're going to run into that issue too of when we implement our, you know, well, not our tuning tent anymore, but yeah, I can imagine. Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that baffles me is, you know, I know what the code looks like. I know what the career Lua files look like. And how they, you know, play off certain JSONs and stuff. And so it's just to see such a change, I'm sure it breaks so many things down the line, or it has the potential to. You made all the time trials, the career AI races, and the recent APM deliveries for, oh man, that's crazy. For 36, I'll be doing chase, evade, AI races, and more deliveries and time trials. Awesome. Very nice. Maybe then we'll finally implement some sort of like, if you want to be a police driver or do the, you know, free roam police stuff in RLS, you have to do the chase training when we get those. That'd be really cool to see. Straight OS, you passed my test. That's funny. I'd love to stay and give more ideas, but I gotta get some sleep. I get about 4 a.m. Jeez, good luck and hope you catch the next stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Gregory. Yeah, the change for part stuff, merging it together is great. I just want to be able to block buying parts. Yeah, you lose some functionality, don't you? It's only supposed to be a tuning tent. Yeah. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. That's tough. Yeah, I can't even think of a way you'd get around it. Unless it was kind of designed with that intent, you know? I don't really want to get a new ECU. I think our ECU's fine. We'll get a better exhaust. A high performance exhaust. Transmission, we'll just keep that. We'll keep the turbo. Don't need to spend all of our money. We don't need an oil cooler yet. 10K. Okay. I think that's a pretty... Oh, let's get some aero. Yeah, we can kind of warrant that big wing we wanted to. Let's get in here and take a look at it. We'll need to squish in the wheels a bit. Start with the front bumper. Is that part of the front frame? Yes, it is. Maybe just get a custom bumper for now. Maybe not. Because really I just want... Oh, we can get canards on here. Okay, maybe so. Maybe so. Grill is fine. Then we'll do a... Where is it? Spoiler. Go big. Maybe get an adjustable wing. God, that's like $5,000. Gee. Kind of like that one more anyways. More aggressive. When's the Raceless update coming out? We don't know yet. They're still in the discovery learning phase. And then Tristan was also out of town. And he's, you know, the core of the programming side. So it's gonna... I'm still hoping for next weekend. But that means we need to get a beta out Wednesday or Thursday and get some solid feedback on it before we go live with it. Because with mods, you know, games, they force you into the next update, which is good. But with mods, you don't always have to come back, so you might think it's always broken and such. So we kind of want to make it right from the start. Not that devs don't want to do that, but it's really important to us. Let's throw some camber on. Oh, we don't have those coilovers either. Okay, hold on. Let's get coilovers on, and then we'll have our time trial car. I know I call them coilovers. What are they? Or what they're called? Struts. That's what they are. Oh, maybe I could have searched coilovers. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice. All right, coils are on. Oh, thanks for answering that, Les Paul. Let's do the tuning real quick. Spring height, that's fine. I kind of want to say a little higher. Camber, more please. Mainly kind of going for a bit more fitment, more aggressive. I'm not going to mess with any toe because I don't fully understand tuning that much. And we'll sink in these wheels as much as we can. About as best as we're going to get it. I'm far from a track tuner. Derby fender flare, those could fit the car? I don't know about that. Is that even a thing? No, we don't have a Derby roll cage. Didn't the Discord say the beta is out today? So there is a beta out, but it's not nearly. It's not like, hey, we're done. Here's the beta. Try it. It's more like, hey, you could probably get into your save again. It's something's functioning, but as soon as you load in, you're still on the old UI because we haven't finished the UI part, and so it's not. We're not going to backtrack our UI. We have no intention of doing that. It was weird after playing 35 for just a few days and then jumping into the beta and going to the old UI. It felt like 34. It felt really old, and I didn't like that. It really helped me realize too why it's so important to keep up with the devs and adjust to what they're doing, because if you don't, you'll end up spinning off into your own thing, which might be fun for a while, but eventually will get outdated and broken, and it's just not sustainable in the long run. Okay, let's get these time trials going. Oh, you know what? These time trials are different than the ones I was doing before. Here's the actual assessment. There we go. Maybe we need to learn how to do this first in our own player vehicle. How hard would it be to match by class and race online with others from career? Oh, that's asking for a whole lot there. Maybe 2027. We'll see. I don't know. That's so far out. When will the RLS be available for 35? Yeah, Corey. We're not sure. Maybe next week. Maybe into next week. Glad to see your channel grow. I've been here since 700 subs. Yeah, it really has grown a bit. We're over 5,000 now. Carl says we hate breaking mods. A lot of our ideas are held back in order to prevent breaking mods. Certainly better to have one feature versus no mods work every more. It's so important. I mean, if anyone's played Skyrim, you understand mod breaking really. If you break the overall general community's mods, that sucks. I will say I did notice the Legacy Sunburst is essentially compatible. I thought about like releasing a mod called the Legacy Sunburst just almost as a joke though, because it's so easy. You just get the old one, you put it in, and it works. I was half tempted to, but I didn't want to. I don't know. It seems kind of it's super low hanging fruit and not really something I'd want anyways. You know what I mean? But I did think that was cool that if you had a Sunburst 1 and you really liked it, you could still do it and have your mods compatible for that. I thought that would change come release, but it didn't. At the moment, races by class are already there. If any modders want to incorporate it into their MP stuff, it should be very straightforward. Very cool. We'll have to try to do that with some of our AI racing then. These are the old beginner, intermediate, advanced time trials from last release, just rigged for APM. At the moment, you're not supposed to be able to do that in your own vehicle until you use the APM provided vehicle. Clearly broken at the moment. Hey, well, I'm glad I helped you figure that out, I guess. I'll be honest, I didn't do any time trials last update. I'm not a time, well, I shouldn't say any. I didn't do many. I'm not really a time trials guy, but this new, something about this new update, I don't know, and that's the problem is I don't know what changed, but the ones I did earlier, they were a lot of fun. So maybe it's the curated cars feel more purposeful, or having options was cool, or maybe just seeing the picture of the car helped, although that was probably the case before. There's quite a number of players who use the old Sunburst still. For some reason, it's in equal parts confusing and adorable. Yeah, I agree. GT3 drivers about to throw a fit. They are. If you're a GT3 driver or really passionate about racing lines, look away now. This has been your warning. All right. You glad you saved the old Sunburst? Yeah. I mean, should I release that as a little joke? I don't even know if I could. I mean, it's just such a like a, hey, here's the game files. I didn't actually make it at all. Purely dev work. I just gave you the file. All right. First rip in our upgraded car. Feels fast. Brakes feel good. Turns really well. A little bouncy. Should have looked at what kind of loop this is. I wonder if it's a basic circuit. Crawl, are there any time trials you want us to see? I know you mentioned vintage racing. I think that's a few levels up. I guess it's kind of nice that the time trials are more than one lap. I kind of would like to see a one lapper or like a hot lap, but it would make sense too, though. Like depending on your start, that changes your whole time. For these shorter time trials, they make a lot more sense. Yeah. So, Carl, how are you making these AI races? I guess my overall question is, do you have your own specific tools or methods, things that we don't have access to in order to make your AI races, your AI drivers follow their AI race paths? Or is it just sheer manipulation and constant, testing to get your AI to do what you intend? That's the question, is am I missing a tool, or am I just not putting in the time? They were designed to start off easy and then add a new corner, another new corner, high speed, less prop aids, and eventually just circuits with checkpoints. I like that. That's awesome. Time trials to check would be the BMR career path now. Okay. All right, let's go look at this. Get our cache. I don't want to continue here. I guess I'll continue at challenge start. Here we are. And let's see, career paths, BMRA. Okay, I guess we could be ready for the full circuit challenge. I forgot we had the off-road series to get to. Oh wait, we can do that now. Oh, and we can do the vintage. Did this just unlock? Wait. Can we do this? Maybe we can't do this. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do this, but it certainly feels like I can do this. But it also isn't really sending me to the right waypoint, I don't think. Oh no, it is. BeamNG is all unlocked. Okay, it's basically you showing up to the local track and participating in any events you want to. That makes sense. I like that. I like that freedom. Yeah, okay, they all are unlocked. Okay, all right. Well, let's do okay, let's do one full circuit. I want to see turn 1. And I want to test this car we just spent all this money on. And then we'll take part in some of the others. I know vintage was on the list, so we will check out the vintage for sure. Okay. The time trials to check would be the... Okay, we talked about that. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to add as a mod if you still have the V1 version 1 grid map as a map I play. Oh. Huh. I could probably find that, I guess. Yeah. It all depends on like namings and stuff to see if that would really be possible. Oh wait, that's not how you get the racetrack. This doesn't... Where are we going? That's one way to get there, I guess, but... Oh, I just needed I just needed to turn around. That's funny. I think you need a better limited slip too. Okay, so you have access to the exact stuff we do. No secrets, no missing features there. All right, I just gotta put in the blood, sweat, and tears of getting those AI to do what I want. Understood. Hey, Ghostbuster. Hey, better late than never, huh? BMR, Belasco Motorsports Racing Association, by the way. You know, I was wondering. For some reason, whenever I saw that, I kept thinking of the Rifle Association or something like that. NRA. I wish more cars would have gotten the NGRC treatment. That NGRC treatment was awesome to see. You know, one of our first rally events is going to have to be the NGR. Like, no longer do we need some of these custom event classes. The NGRC, you know, Rally 1 Division, Rally 2. It's so cool to see. I don't think there is a write-up on the rules as far as lore goes, or else we'd probably just use that. We might just have to make our own. But definitely I need to talk to the rally team who's in charge of the rallycross events now and have them do some of that stuff. Okay, this car's feeling quick. Do not know the horsepower we're making. Little dyno thing would be awesome. Oh, you know, it would be cool as a little dyno, like kind of like an assessment, right? But it assesses it on a dyno or something, or makes you think that's happening. It's basically showing up for local track. Okay, we talked about that. Hey, Devin, welcome to the chat. Not nearly enough people wanted to watch you suffer racing. No big deals. We're having a great time. Endurance is the most underwear coloring changing events I've created personally. Wait, there's endurance ones? This is not the right spot either. Hold on. I'm lost. MRA. Time trials. Oh wow, there is endurance stuff. Woohoo! We'll have to finish that. To finish the live stream off on that. I want to do the full circuit. Oh, I am at the right spot. Oh, I'm new here. Sorry. Can't make my way around the track. Full circuit track. Boom. Take our car. Ooh, Bastion. That'd be fun. Take our car out. Here we go. I like how these prices are really starting to scale too. I'm bringing a bolide because I'm this epic. Man, OS, you love that bolide. That's awesome. The collision on the bleachers there at the drag ship were built for people in multiplayer to be walking and driving all over. I hope you see your guys messing around with them in the future streams. Oh, I gotta check that out. NGRC was called BRC during development for Beam Rally Championship, but were changed to avoid conflicts with existing BRC. That makes sense. What was NGRC? National Group Rally Class? Maybe? BMRA is already getting added to Auto X and GT250. Nice. It's good to see. This is a suspiciously long loading screen. Okay, no Lua though. We're gonna let it cook. I'd love to have a dyno and a lift and all the usual stuff you'd expect. I'm not giving up on pushing for it. I can tell you that much. Hey, that'd be awesome to see. I might need to... Man. Not that we talk like this, but let me know if there's anything I can do to help with that cause. Not that I don't know if I'd have any sway on it, but maybe we have to implement a really nice garage somewhere that has all those features. Wouldn't that be a place? Wow. All right, I'm feeling like this isn't going to load in. Restrictions, that scenario turned off in game settings. Let me, oh, I hit escape and it was there. I don't know if that was actually what I did or not. But we'll use our player vehicle and we will continue. Did it already start? Something about that camera is messed up. Let's just restart that. Oh, we did the other car. BeamNG equals Beam Next Generation. Oh, so Next Generation Rally Championship. Oh, is that what BeamNG stands for? Wow, the things you think you know about a game. Oh, the game did crash. All right, give me a second. I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest and transparent. You guys know I'm an honest person. Honesty is very important to me. I had no idea what the NG stood for in BeamNG. I thought I was onto something with N being node, but then I thought node grab? Well, no, that's not fun. I don't like that. That doesn't make sense. Let's go to vanilla here. BeamNG, Beam Next Generation. Wow. Dedicate my whole life and career to a game. I don't even know what the title stands for. Crawl on a mission says he would love to see working garage doors like the garage on Utah. Me too. We were talking about that the other day again as well. We'll see if it materializes. That'd be cool. That'd be way cool. I know there's some working garages out there in the ether. Be fun to try to work with them, get some stuff implemented. Yeah, there's a working lift on the repo. The thing I didn't like about the working lift is I'm pretty sure it's all about, like, it's like a second car, a second entity in the game. I didn't love that for some reason. Whew, this sounds so good. You know, a lot of us were complaining about the BX noises. That seemed like something had changed, and I don't know if maybe a hotfix fixed it or if it's just this exhaust combo, but it sounds so good. Let's see. StreetOS says the main problem I have with the Bolide is the awful steering angle, but it's also the closest car you can get to an old Porsche. That might not. Well, yes, it's pretty close, but I think I found another car that's. Well, I don't know. Long story short, Sunburst Sun, the Hiroshi Sunstorm, I think is what he called it. Can't remember who it is by off the top of my head. It came out just recently, or at least got updated just recently. Super good looking SBR4 mod. Super good. Beams and nodes. So the original rigs and rods used beams and nodes, so now the new one was called BeamNG. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I remember rigs and rods. That's what still kills me too, is like, I remember early high school. Was it early high school? Maybe it was college. I don't know. I just remember there's times in my life, like I kind of didn't. All I had was my mom's pull-out couch and a laptop and my car. And I would just play rigs and rods so much, just laying on the floor of my little gaming. It wasn't even a gaming laptop. I don't know what kind of laptop this was. It was a laptop that barely lived. And just to see, like, using the same idea, the same premise now, and doing this as like my main thing is so cool to see. It's awesome. I love it. I just knew that BeamNG stood. I just knew that BeamNG stand for that. Yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, me either. Depends on if there's a turbo or not, exhaust type, and which engine is installed for sure. Yeah, I saw in the code how that changes. Man, I wish I knew more about audio stuff. Oh, we used the wrong car. Let's, can we, like, just switch cars and restart? Reconfigure? There we go. All right, Levin, what do you got for us? All relevant RLS RP classes have been renamed to RLS CCA. Auto X150 has been renamed to BMRA. Oh, now are the devs, of course. Nice. Love it. Also, fun fact, Crawl, I got the U.S. Army to buy BeamNG for quite a lot of MOS schools. Nice. I did not know about that, Devin. There's a lot of things you don't tell me about, and sometimes it's for better, or not really for worse, but that's really cool to see. All right, so let's restart this race in our car, hopefully. Belasco Motorsport Racing Association. Nice. Yeah, okay. There might be something going on with using our car for this. Oh. Oh, never mind. All right, we're in. Didn't give up. Well done, little computer. All right, here we go. I had Beam for 13 years and didn't know what the NG stood for. Yeah. That's how I feel too. I feel like I'm going to say BeamNG better now that I know what the NG stands for. Or I might just call it, yeah, it's a game called Beam Next Generation. That might be better than NG. I do like this car. Okay, so after this, we got a to-do list to do. We got to do an off-road time trial or two. And then we need to do one of the endurance ones for sure. I think I saw a vintage time trial in there. Ooh, new cones. I like that. Are these collidable? No. Okay, I didn't expect them to be. And I just ruined our time. That's okay. We're just here for a good time, not a short time. A lot of people say BeamNG. Drives me insane. Yeah, that is a common one. Just the way it rolls off. It's almost like a lot of people just realize they have a speaking issue when they try to say BeamNG. I think the loading time is related to loading 80 plus pylons or something that needs to be changed. Yeah, there's a lot of pylons. There are certainly a lot. 5th gear, we're out of RPM. Launch project that I was part of working on, it was Tacom. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of 88M and 91B use MOS schools. Army MOS schools have bought BeamNG to train soldiers on either driving vehicle systems and training. Oh, I remember you kind of talking to me a little bit about that. That's what makes me so confident in BeamNG is their diversification in their business. Like I said, I went to business school. I'm kind of a, business is at my heart. Not corporate America. I don't like corporate stuff, but just the business strategy or strategy behind businesses. Man, is BeamNG like diversified and they have eggs in multiple baskets, and so really comforting to know that. Vintage bootleg will be one for sure. The third endurance race is one for sure. Got it. Okay. Never been so excited to do time trials before. That's sweet. Big toys. Yeah. All right. I wonder, though, with all these different projects and cross stuff going on, right? Like let me rephrase that. All the things BeamNG is diversified in. Maybe this already happens, maybe it doesn't, but it'd be cool to see, I don't want to say just more vehicles, like, just add vehicles if they're really easy to build, but I imagine the military would be interested in some very realistic military vehicles performing as they realistically would, so they could have a real simulation experience. But then also having, well, I mean, military, they would not be interested in their military vehicle being able to be simulated by other organizations and just open to the public like that. So I guess that'd be a bit of an issue. But yeah, I guess I answered my own question on why we don't see maybe some more things that kind of clearly came from the real world, because the real world cares about their privacy and secrets and stuff, as they should with their companies and businesses. So anywho, I guess the people behind making the vehicles probably learn a lot as they work with other companies and such. And that's where the real cross progression happens there. Alright. I want to pay attention to this corner one. Yeah, it does help not having a wall to look at as you're turning. Yeah, something I have looked into as I've been making some vehicle parts and stuff is, you know, tuning sounds to some of the parts. It's definitely something that's kind of finicky, or it doesn't require a sledgehammer. It requires precision tools to be like, okay, I'm going to add a little bit here instead of I'm going to make this thing sound totally different. It's all about integrating things, you know, one bit at a time versus going for big changes and big swings. That's why I've restarted my parts mod now for the third or fourth time, where I've completely just, all right, erase this. I need to go back to the way kind of it was being done and implement things slower. Let's see. Added the cypress trees to the downhill chicane to help identify how much of a turn there is. Nice. I like that a lot. That's how I was telling people that when I was doing a rally thing or something. When I do my rally events, I don't really listen to pace notes well. I don't really honestly watch the track that well either. I'm watching the tree lines and how the tree lines are turning. So I'll look way ahead if I can and see, like, okay, it looks like there's a path in the tree lines that snakes this way, and that's kind of how I base my rallying. It's not ideal, it's not optimal, but I definitely use those landmarks to help with things, so I greatly appreciate it. I'm really enjoying this time attack car here. This is great. Very nice. All right, 621. Okay, and oh, almost. Man, if we didn't back up to get that other checkpoint, we definitely would have had 3 stars. Not bad at all. I'll take that. Okay, so let's continue at challenge start. Military Hummers have had issues on them crashing into each other on convoys. There's some real driver's training needed there. Oh, gosh. Oh man, I remember going to the MS military school to do new equipment training and using the T series and the D series to train tactical driving training before going to real missions. That's super cool. Oh man, I can't do pace notes in games. I'm just like, shut up, let me drive. That's exact. I literally turned my pace notes. I can show you in the settings. I turned them like almost instantly at the corner. Like, tell me at the time, not 4 seconds before. I can't retain that kind of information. Next pace notes voice mad. I love that. You know, that should be a mod. I'm sure you could probably change voices or something. All right, let's find the other challenges. Also, I never had my victory Slim Jim, so I'm gonna take a bit of that. Oh, I'm lost. BMRA time trials. Okay, let's do one gravel circuit and then do the bootleggers run. Okay, so one time trial circuit. We got Grand 8, we got the full circuit. Maybe just gravel introduction. Oh, they're all on the new track too. I love that. That's awesome. Let's do, I think we'll just do gravel introduction. The visual marketplace. Okay, it's all gonna be probably over at that area, I'm guessing. Drive over there. Visual markers help for sure I also just missed the braking zone every lap. For sure. Yeah, the braking. My problem is I don't pay attention to braking zones. There's our damage being persistent after that time attack. I love that. Oh, excuse me, sir. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of focusing on the right things and on a racetrack. A lot of times, I think a lot of drivers really focus on the track or their car. They focus too much on their car, and instead of focusing on controlled inputs, almost robotic, almost like golf, where you gotta break it down to motions and inputs instead of just reacting and experiencing the car. Is my theory. At least that's what I noticed. My big difference in like that little lane change. Here's my ticket. I'm good to enter. Bye. We thought about making it to where you have to pay to get into the track area, but because of some complexities we weren't ready to deal with yet. Hey, Michael, welcome to the chat. Give me a second. It might take me a second to read your message. By the way, the new UI still does that weird rounding up thing that makes turning for GT250 in some cars a total pain. Huh. Oh, I'll be honest. I reverted my camera back. I'll show you guys my camera settings so it doesn't do that thing, I think is what you're talking about. Michael says, just trying to share some experience. I did try to implement the CNG refuel system. It does work. I added the JBeam commands as well as added it for one fuel stop in the previous RS 334 map. Oh, interesting. CNG. Do you mean NOS? CNG. I don't know what CNG refuel would be, but I'm very interested. Maybe send me a DM. Let's talk. That's something you did on 34. Maybe we can get it in for the 35 and I don't know, kind of instead of you redoing the work, you can redo. We'll get it in for everybody. Oh, Charles, you hate the new map update? Oh no, why is that? Cross says, always look ahead, brake before the apex, hold throttle steady through the apex, and get back on throttle as you straighten out. Yep, it's really, for me especially, I need to practice the basic techniques, and a lot of times. Just like any other sport, you got to know the fundamentals. You got to have those down, like core. The new update messed up the rotary wheel. I don't care for the UI update, and the game is not running as good. So, I don't know if it messed up the rotary wheel. It completely changed the rotary wheel. I will say I didn't like it at first, but I'm getting used to it. And I say that because the RLS Crew Overhaul Beta is using the old UI. And it's terrible. Like when I went back, well, it's not terrible. It's a terrible experience. It's a terrible feeling. Like as soon as I went back, I was like, ew, like this is old. It felt like everything was faded. I was like, oh, it felt old timey. So the new UI brings a freshness and a newness for sure. As far as performance goes, I've never had better performance on West Coast, but maybe I'm sure there's some other bugs and performance issues that you've seen in other parts of the update for sure. Compressed natural gas. Okay. Is that for like buses? Is that what runs that? Let me go ahead and get to this loading area here. Oh, there's a little tent back there too. That's nice. I feel like maybe these should be scooted back a little bit. I don't know. Although this is where you drive through, so that makes sense. Okay, gravel introduction. Or are these all the same car? Can you use the Sunburst? No. Okay, we'll use their car because we definitely don't have a gravel car. I like the new color. Some people are saying worse and some people are saying way better. It's a very strange story this time around. Yeah. Well, and it's kind of, I think it's one of those things that time will help tell when things are that divisive. You balanced? Oh, I balanced for the FCV? Wait, hold on. I gotta read that in a second. We'll focus on gravel introduction. I'll be honest, when I first saw this area, I was just confused at all the semicircles and stuff until we did our own career event on it, or our own multiplayer event. It made a lot more sense. It feels really cool that there's really different paths you can set up. I need to make a lot more missions. Probably not time trials, because it looks like you got those down pat. We're doing 3 laps. This anti-lag sounds fantastic. I think the anti-lag system's new. But I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's new. I'd bet some money that it's new. I balanced for the FCV. Oh, you made the track and balanced it for the FCV. Got it. I thought you like had input into the vehicle balancing of the FCV, which is, you know, another statement. Means a lot different. Because I mean, I will say this car is eating this up. I think, you know, when I think back to the rallycross rules that we made originally and made them faster, it's all about building your own rally car. And the problem is, driving this is out of the box a fantastic rally car. So, you know, naturally, well, okay, you gotta add power. You know, add power to be in the class so you can build your car. I think what it comes down to is this is such a sweet spot for the class in general. It feels so good. Didn't you read the patch notes? ALS is new. Listen, I didn't read everything in detail. Wow. You know, I thought I did a lot better. Okay. It's fine. I'm not hurt. 1 star. I mean, I was cooking. I was absolutely cooking. Okay. Man, maybe it humbled me a bit. Maybe I gotta do better at my gravel stuff. Oh, I was about to show the new camera settings. I'm sorry. Thanks for reminding me. All right, we're going to do that now. Mostly on commercial cars. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay, CNG means compressed natural gas. Did it for my Lansdale. Actually, since I was kind of gas guzzler, air sure, I'll try to drop a DM. Yeah, send me a DM. That'd be interesting. That'd be really cool to look into how that works. So my camera settings. These are what my camera settings are. I don't know what I think it's. I think all I did was change the pitch at speed and height at speed and put those to 0. Everything else I think I left the same. Like, I see where they're going with the camera changes, and there was an appeal to it, but just after so many years, I can't get behind it. I think a new player coming in, they might enjoy it. But it kind of adds a little bit more career or arcade-iness to it. At least that's what it reminded me of. And that's the kind of, you know, I'm not really about that. I'm not really as interested in that. But yeah, I mean, I can see how other players would enjoy it. It did make the driving feel a little bit different too, for better and for worse. Those are my settings. I knew you rebuilt that big turn crawl. I noticed that. I never mentioned it to anybody, but yeah, it seems completely different. You redid the guardrails across the whole area, added the stands, bridges, signs, etc. Didn't want to break whatever you made, but had to improve things. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, the improvements are great. Side by side, the 34 and 35 gravel tracks are quite different. Oh, okay, very cool. Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of why we were so hesitant on adding stuff last time. Was, you know, stuff broke before, and we didn't want to redo work. But at the end of the day, you know, we're posturing ourselves so that we can move around what the devs bring out and quote unquote break and make adjustments. I really like the off-road stuff, but this has been a long stream and I'm having fun. But let's go ahead and get to the other stuff. As I find the path, there it is. Career paths. Already max level, no big deal. Let's go. Okay, vintage card bootlegger run. That was one we needed to do. Not showing up on my thing. But if I were to guess, let's see, let's go back here. Let's try again. RA time trials. That's the gravel stuff. Maybe I gotta click this. There it is. You gotta click the little waypoint button. Not what I would have expected. Okay, go check it out. I did not expect it to be in that area of the map. Okay, Canadian Gamer, welcome to chat. Cheers. I don't have a drink with me, unfortunately. I used up all my snack supplies last week trying to work on stuff and stay at my desk. Not gonna lie, but I think the devs forgot about a slight refresh for the bull light because it still has the old lights and that stuff. I think, you know, you could take it a couple ways, that they, you know, didn't do a refresh because they felt they didn't need it. Or maybe they're saving that refresh because they're going to do something even bigger later. I'm not saying the bull is getting remastered, but that could, you know, that's a pattern of thought. So I don't know. I feel like I've seen that now after several updates being in the mix of in the files and stuff. Seeing like, oh, you know, they're kind of posturing for this change, or oh, like last time I saw there's a whole new drag mission editor. Well, you know, safe to say they're probably going to focus on drag missions here in the next update, and here we see a whole new drag mission system. Me rebalancing rallycross because no one can drive a car over 0.2 power to weight. It really isn't that the sad truth, Devin? It's kind of crazy, isn't it? I still would love to see an absolute pro class, like 600 horsepower monster. Oh, consider this as racing me. Finally, I offset the best times by 2 seconds to make it more approachable. So, if you get gold, at least beat it by 2 seconds to beat me. All right, challenge accepted. Challenge nervously accepted. I wish racers could drive on a wheel for a change so I can actually convince Moza to give you a sponsorship. I will do more wheel stuff. Hey, Speed Hero's here. Welcome, Speed Hero. Devs never break stuff. That never happens. The camera change came in because things... it was because there's been a constant push for we need to aim where we're going, not at the car, and that's movement appeared. That makes sense. I got used to it after a week. I can see that. That makes sense. I kind of talked about that with we talked about with the racing fundamentals, right? We're focusing on the experience of the car, not the what's coming next on the track. Yeah. Let's go back. I might go back one day. I might try it again. I don't know. We'll see. Are car configs meant to be for controller players? Good question. Everything is balanced for a controller. At the moment, keyboard is more difficult and steering is easier. Controller is middle ground. Nice. And sorry, bootleggers run. Ooh, with the 9 too. Oh, there's 2 9s. This is the bootlegger 9, isn't it? Oh, but okay, so this is the bootlegger 9, and if I remember correctly, I think this is Crawl's favorite 9. I think you run it in this one. At least it was when a while ago. The car is, let's see, everything is balanced. The car is too new for a refresh, but the rally parts feel dated compared to 35. I can see that. Only on gravel tracks, the rest were all balanced, decently approachable. Okay. This is Crawl's way of competing in the rally events almost. I made these little dirt paths for 34. I do remember the dirt paths. I just don't remember or really being a use for them. If I'm thinking of what you're talking about. You could give RLS your future time trial ideas so we could help you fine tune in the balance. Devin is a absolute like fine tuning monster. He was the first for me to see him put 40 hours on one tune to see if it how competitive it is or overbalanced. Really, several people in the RLS team, the RLS Motorsport team division area, is absolutely addicted to finding the minute details in car tuning and performance. And so super cool team developing there. It's awesome to see. All right, I gotta get on this race, but there's so many chats coming in. We'll see. The Overlander and the Deluxe are my favorite 9s. Yeah, that's awesome. I heard a bunch of the updated drift configs are designed to be balanced as best as possible between wheel and controller users, but the default wheel settings was just a rumor. I think that'd be interesting to see. I am not a good drifter at all on a wheel, but I will look. I want to poke the drift community, especially the TLDC guys, and see what their thoughts were. I feel like the drift cars that have come out in the last several updates have been a whole different tier better and more in feeling. I'm just on controller. I'm not the best driver out there for sure, but I can notice a difference feeling when I feel it. And that drift sunburst, when I looked at the first thing I did was looked at the tune. I was like, that's interesting. It's a little different. It's not how I would set it up, but I've also learned that how I set up drift cars isn't necessarily ideal or even required. But then driving it, it didn't drive like I expected the tune to be. And I was really impressed. I was really taken back, especially when I saw the pro drift car was only 400 horsepower. I've heard a lot of theories of, less horsepower is actually a bit more and better for drifting and stuff like that. So super cool. Okay, let's get into this, and then we'll catch back up on chat. Here we go. Struggling drifting on the wheel right now? Yeah, it's a challenge. Tuning is so rewarding. Dialing in an otherwise terrible vehicle into a monster is so great. It is rewarding, especially at the end. It's just a fun journey. Drift configs are pure gold. The guys on the team absolutely nailed them. Yeah, whoever's in their vehicle tuning department is doing a fantastic job. All right, I haven't driven a 9 in a long time, but here we go. It's not as fast as I thought it'd be, to be honest. I don't know if I love the sound. I know that was a huge controversial thing when it released. There was mention of they would work on it. I don't know if they've changed much yet. I also understand that it's probably hard to get sound samples, and we know the quality that the dev team has. Oh, are you talking about the dirt trails on the mountain? Because I did notice those changed. Oh wait, this is new too. I've never seen this one. Look at that. This one's new for sure. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. I think the Rallycross AI missions need to make a return, and I'll just spend a day on pathing if I have to. We'll get it right. Very nice. But yeah, these configs are getting to a really good spot. Not that they were bad before, but you can tell a new drift config from an old one for sure. Trying to leave it in third. Okay, we're gonna go down second. It wasn't happening. Cut that a little early. We're gonna stay in it. Get this thing rotated early. And across the line. Oh, we have another lap. Okay, good thing we didn't lift. This is very fun. I had the question posed to me a long time ago that really took me back and made me think, and I'll kind of pose the question to you guys. What vehicle type or category is missing from BeamNG? If you think about it, they really have a platform for just about everything. They have a bit of everything. Can you think of anything that's missing? I can think of one. If someone guesses it, I'll let you know what it is. But I'm curious on what your thoughts are on that. Okay, so it's a lot of sawing. You're so super high intensity, fast moving. Oh, he's talking about oh yeah, with drifting, the sawing, yeah. Pink Ninja, welcome to the chat. I love the little signs added to the rally. Added for rally and how they perform, how they deform when contact. Kind of wish the street lights and guardrails worked similar. That's cool. I didn't notice that was the case. I enjoy the sunburst, but it's still stick to drive the classic ETK and recent BX Pro Drift. I basically only use those these days for everything. The classic ETKi. I guess you mean just the ETKi in general? My only complaint with the ETKi is the engine. I'm tired of the sound. I might do something about that. We'll see. Also, you know, as I understand, it's one thing to complain and then to not offer solutions or develop solutions is another thing. I'm wondering why a lot of the default configs are tuned so badly. I don't know. Maybe because they're old. Maybe they didn't have someone really specialized in vehicle tuning, and maybe I don't know, maybe their team's grown. They have different staff now. Okay, what did we want to do next? Oh, the endurance. Oh gosh. That's fun though. I like the vintage thing. I kind of want to do one more though. And then we're right here anyway, so let's do one more. I'm loving this BX too, the way it sounds. Okay, this one only has the bootlegger run. What about... what am I looking for? Great pass. And I don't know if this functionality is here yet. I assume it's not, but for missions to kind of only allow certain vehicles based off make or model, I'd love to see that. It sounds like maybe the assessment tool might be going in that direction and might already be implemented in a sense to help with that, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so we have endurance here. Island to inland. Where's the start of that? Didn't see it. Because maybe if there's a off-road one near it, we'll go do that. Okay, well I could have guessed that's on the other side of there somewhere. I don't think we're gonna see a bootlegger deal or a vintage deal over there. Pure Classics, Seal Brick Special. Maybe? I don't know. Let's just head down there and see what we can find. Try this again with the Black 9. It's a totally different race. Okay, all right. There we go. There's our second one. Same track, different 9. Gotta be the interior view. Okay, interior view. Got it. The sound of this engine in real life is so crap, and the game nailed it. That's the thing. I think I did start to look up, like, what does this car actually sound like? When I found it, I was like, oh, like it's not far off. It still isn't good, but I mean, I guess it failed successfully or successfully failed. Yeah, the forest trails are certainly new for 35, but these ones in the area received a big bump in quality. Oh, very nice. ETK iDrift config. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I don't know if I've driven that lately. If you mean vanilla open wheel, what are we talking about? Classic sports cars? Oh, we're talking about yeah, the question I asked. What cars are missing? Good work, great stream. I appreciate it, Hustle Man. Drift the car. Oh, maybe we do end up drifting the BX. Okay, so Bella says step vans, mini trucks, and proper modern truck and SUV crossover. Okay, I can agree with you on the proper modern truck. I think the rest of the world might argue that trucks aren't that cool, and so if you have one, you kind of have it all. But I think, you know, us here, we kind of realize there's a new truck and an old truck have very different feels, for better and for worse. Step vans, I don't know what a step van is. Like, we have the full size and we have the minivan. Not sure what a step van is. You mean the van that's like lifted up in the back for like wheelchair stuff? And then mini trucks. Yeah, I guess we don't have that mini truck thing. Personally, I'm not a fan of mini trucks. All right, we're gonna try to drive while we do this. Uh-oh, car's not even on. All right, we're gonna restart that. We gotta restart that. I wasn't ready. Vanilla open wheel. Yeah, we don't have an open wheel car, do we? An open wheel dedicated race car. Obviously, there's several mods. We're not talking about what mods there are. We're talking about just vanilla. Come on, start up. There we go. I will say the flathead V8 sound though is amazing. Okay, going to try to be careful here. Oh, everything's so wiggly. Oh, we're going wide. Oh, I had slight contact with that. Oh, we barely made it into the zone. We're gonna start trying to cut these corners. Very nice, very nice. Charge up the hill, stay in it. Let the banking do the work. Oh, this is very bouncy. I'll take it, I'll take it. Go down to third. I can't tell if we're rolling or just tilting. This is a different experience for sure. We're going wide again. Oh, we hit that tire harder. Oh, we missed that one. Okay, all right, let's back it up. Our door flew open too. Our trunk is open as well. All right, here we go. Alignment's actually not too bad. Just gonna go wide. Over rev risk, love it. Definitely not a great lap time, but you're getting something on the board. Oh, I did not expect to drift that much. The interior sounds are good too. You hear like things squeaking. Oh, we went wide again, didn't we? Oh gosh. Love it. Huh. Makes me think of like adding a new feature or something like that. Oh, we're doing 4 laps again. I forgot. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. One wheel peeling for our life. We're just going to go through that tire. Or not. We might have some damage. But if we were a person, we probably couldn't tell. We definitely have some bad damage. We are turning right really hard. Oh, yeah. Oh. Really want to get out and check, but we're going to have to wait till we cross the finish line. That's the goal. My guess is that right wheel is turning at about 3 or 4 o'clock. It is really sending me to the right. That was a realistic bootlegger experience, I think. Not that I was alive back then or know anything about that. Hope there's nothing in the bushes. Very nice. Okay, for real this time. Across the line. We'll see what the car looks like. Yeah. Yeah, that was a rough one. Sorry for those who had endured watching that. I'd love to get a terrain deforestation and get dirt on Raceless. You drive them? I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds like something I haven't heard of before. So yeah, open wheel, that's not a car. Go-karts, yep. We don't really have go-karts. Step vans are vans UPS uses. Oh! Yeah. You're right. Good point, Bella. That would be a cool project to see. The 9 needs a Thompson and a 1911. I agree, OS. 9 needs a Colt moderator in the passenger seat as an option. Probably love the difference in engagement between the two cars. Beating these old things is pleasing. It really is. Yeah, this one was like... This one felt like I was running for something. The other one felt like I was just kind of driving quickly. I don't know. This one was about really sending it. Minus 100 points per tires hit. Yeah. I don't know if y'all's local drift tracks do this, but you know, when you got to pay for the damage you cause to barriers. How funny if any inspiration is taken from the SLRR as far as a career is concerned. Oh, you can recover? Oh, didn't know that. I'm not used to that. 9 turned into an anti-NASCAR? Yeah, I really did. Haven't played... Oh, wow, Carl, I haven't ever played SLRR to ensure there's no crossover, but some people on different teams have and have shared concepts. So there you go. Speedhero says he loves SLRR. It was so good. It was good. Maya, welcome to chat. Okay, I caught up to chat. Nice. Let's go do an endurance run now where I probably can't keep up with chat. We need to abandon this. I did so bad it didn't even give me an option to get anything. Okay, into the BX we go. Okay, so no one guessed it, but we don't have a real Miata-like car. I know everyone's going to say, oh, but you have the CCF. But my problem is two things. One, the CCF, it kind of takes a performance impact. Is an amazingly high-quality mod. but it's just kind of, I don't know, that frame droppage. It's a heavy car from a performance standpoint. Maybe it's better since I last tried it, but was that it right there? That might have been it. We'll turn around. My second problem with CCF is that it's a mod. It's not vanilla, and so I can't just go in and add it to the career collection or do what I want with it and mod it. Right? I can't make my BRZ in the game because of that. So I think a little like track focused, little a small car. I think that's missing. Island to inland challenge. Should we do our own car? Oh. We have a ETK 800. We have a Scintilla, a really nice one. And then RBX. What do you guys think we should do? Use the provided vehicles for the endurance? Okay. Which one, though? 800 or Scintilla? Do you think if we might ever get dirt? Sorry, let me try that again. Do you think if we might ever get dirt that builds up on cars? I don't know. Anything's possible, but everything costs, so I'm not sure. Use private vehicles. Okay, y'all remember the games Juiced? That was a game for the ages. I do remember that. I didn't really play it much. I think it was past my point of jumping into games. Easy left into hard right. The goals here were use an easier car for at least 1 star or use a better car for all 3. I like that a lot. The BRX? That would be awesome. I just don't like, I really love the idea of creating cars based off of the vanilla chassis. Maybe because my car is kind of a product of that, right? Toyota and Subaru partnered together, developed the chassis together. Or Fiat, partnered with Mazda and used the Miata platform to build their Fiat, whatever that little car was. I love that idea. It's not, you're not in real world terms, you're not dumping millions of dollars into new chassis development. You're able to get a new product out quicker. So I kind of want to do that from a modding standpoint, which is why I'm looking to find so many 3D modeling artists. But I don't have a platform to jump off of for a BRZ or even a little Miata-like car. So, yeah, that's where we're at. BX will need different tires. Or BX will need different tires. IRC in real competition. IRC, yeah. Scintilla for sure. Yeah, we're probably gonna run the Scintilla. I agree, Encore. Do not reset. Just race like it's your own car. Don't crash. Show us what you've got. Oh gosh. I don't know about that. Let's read the description too. The Ultimate Endurance Challenge spans the entire region, from the magnificent Aviator's Bridge to Spearleaf Island's refinery tunnels, then back across the bay to tackle Belasco City's complex freeway network, navigate coastal highways, past Sealbrick Quarry, and master every major roadway before returning to the iconic bridge that span that connects the mainland to Spearleaf Island. Okay. No resets. Drive like our car. I'm not going to drive at a level 10. I'm going to be at like a 7 and slowly turn it up when I feel confident. I'm almost going to think of this as like, I think they used to be called bull runs or cannon runs, where they would like race across the world or whatever. What did you say, Speed Hero? BRZ and BX suspension geometries are really similar? Okay. I'll have to look into that. That'd be pretty cool. Sorry, my brain said one thing and I typed another and it still came across the same way though. That's no worries on a mission. All right, everyone, here we go. Starting the challenge. You're gonna crash in 5 turns? Devin? Sadly, I think you might be correct. It's a nice green. That's a beautiful car. I don't repaint my cars enough. Okay, so, oh my gosh. For 1 star, our main objective is 11 minutes and 50 seconds. Ooh, this is a long one. 20 grand though if we get it. That's pretty big. Here we go. Alright, Let's go manual mode. I'll have more control. I'm gonna go left. Okay. Wasn't sure. I'm gonna stay left. Alright, no crashing, no resetting. Gosh. Curb to wheel, but we're fine. Early brakes. I did notice the impact sounds on this car is turned up a lot, which I don't know if this is a bug or if it's meant to be that way, but I kind of like it. And the traction control a bit there. Man, I have some amazing people in the chat. I don't want to mess this up. Amazing drivers in all sports. Oh, where's the brakes? Oh man, I should have pumped him a little bit. That's on me. It's okay. I'm gonna keep this going. ABS was not letting me slow down. 41 checkpoints to go. Slow it down nice and early. Got a long race ahead of ourselves. I thought someone was in the road there for a second. Alright, that last part was pretty predictable. I have no idea where we're going next. Okay, I can kind of see where we're going next. Okay, I like it. I like it. This thing's slowed down. Ooh, a little snappy. Thought about turning off driver aids, but I'm glad they're still on. Definitely needing traction control, stability. Got a little bit of lift there. Alright, okay. A lot of assets loaded in. Impressive. But there's a lot more to load in as well. I feel like this one-time trial alone was one of those projects you probably stayed up late at night thinking about, alright, when do I take this corner? Okay, next you go here. Those are my favorite projects to work on, when they keep you up at night and make you think, you know, in your sleep of how to create things. It's a lot of fun. Alright, we're on a highway. Pretty confident we can open this up. Keeping it at 200. We are out of gear. Engine's getting a little toasty. Let's start slowing down. I've never taken this bridge at that speed before. Man, I feel that sense of after you're going really fast, legally, of course, in real life, and then you slow down. It felt that whoosh. All right, let's get back on it. Oh, lost focus. That's okay. This is a good test. How well do you know West Coast? A lot of people say they're tired of West Coast. They want a new map. Well, go get 3 stars on this endurance. See how much you really know about the roads. Okay, I think we're a little over halfway as far as a checkpoint standpoint goes. Just brake early. Got a lot more corners to brake for. Definitely would not be the same experience in our own little BX. Something we could work up towards, maybe. I gotta say, you know, when Vanilla Career was out a year ago, and I started, a little bit more than a year ago, and I started working on the mod for the first time, it was out of a reason of there isn't anything to do in the career mode after, you know, a few hours. I think delivery missions just came out. I think it was actually, I started really playing it before that, and I was kind of sad that there wasn't more things to do, so that's, you know, hence all the missions and stuff like that. And then delivery mode came out, allowing for replayability and earning income, like, because people were getting to a point where, you know, they did all the missions, they couldn't make any more money. So delivery missions can enter the chat, and you know, that's what started the whole mod and this whole modding experience. And playing vanilla now, there's definitely a lot of more ways to make money. Obviously, the mod added a lot of ways, but it's really cool to see the progress from a vanilla standpoint, which again is why it's so important that we stop and play the game. I didn't play vanilla enough last update cycle. I focused too much on just getting the mod out there and working again. This is an opportunity for us to reset and redo a few things and rethink through a few things. You know, as vanilla changes, we need to adapt and change with it. That's the whole point, is to eventually be there for when... oh, wow. It's a 2-lap deal. All right. Now we know the second lap. But the whole point is for us to, you know, build off what they have and for eventually what they have to be better than what we had. I think the tuning tent is a great example. We thought, hey, it'd be really cool to have a tuning tent. We put a tuning tent in, and then they came back and eventually added that tuning tent. It's like, all right, we don't need to add a tuning tent anymore. It's there. No need to implement that. Obviously, some changes went, you know, in the last minute and stuff like that. But oh, I forgot this turn. Slow it down. Slow it down. All right, straight reverse. But yeah, so really important to just get back down to basics. Go back to the fundamentals. Remember why you made the mod. Whoop. Chances are things are different. I've definitely learned that, and I want to go at this next update at a different angle. Work on different concepts, and I wouldn't have changed my vision or altered my vision if I hadn't seen what the devs have done lately. So, well, that's a long soapbox, but that's kind of where we're at, and that's why I'm trying to, you know, trying to be patient with myself in updating the mod. I definitely know a lot of players are waiting for it to come back, and I'm excited for it to come back too, but it just needs to come back right, and come back right the first time. So we're going to spend the extra time it takes to do that. I think it's going to be better in the long run. But yeah, a lot more. I really like the career paths thing. I saw, you know, the things started to update last update with the UI, and I can see that, you know, things were about to change and be developed. I saw where I could implement some of my ideas there, but I wasn't quite ready. I think I'm ready now to really implement missions into an RLS career branch, per se. I mean, eventually, at the end of the day... Oh, that really loud. Yeah, that hurt the under tray. At the end of the day, when the game is more or less done, if it ever happens, if career mode's really reached its vision, you know, I think what could happen is the RLS stuff is just a little side piece. You know, it's just additional content. It's not really so much of so many new features. We'll see. See what happens. Alright, I'm gonna still brake early because this is not where you want to lose focus. Driver fatigue is very much a thing. I learned that my first track experience with my BRZ. It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. I learned where I could push my car, where I couldn't, and it really helped me with real-world driving. Definitely recommend if you have a car in a track, or a fun car, you know, in a track, or even if it's not a fun car, just any car, take it to the track, have a track day, learn the limits of your car, so that way when you're on the street, you know now how not to cross those limits and really not even approach them. But anyways, we did a lot of sessions, and it was my first time being out there. I think we did like 6 or 7 15-minute sessions, and it was at the Atlanta, oh shoot, what's it called? Atlanta Motors? It's not the Road to Atlanta, but another track up north. That's, it's pretty infamous for being not easy. Like every corner, like most tracks, at least is what they told me, that most tracks have like that one corner that's really challenging, or that one standout corner that's tough on drivers and it's really hard to get right often. This track, it was like every corner had like something that was really difficult about it, and so it was very exhausting. You had to really think a lot, especially for a newbie like me. And it taught me what driver fatigue was, because the last session we went out, and I went out with my instructor, and he said, okay, the goal for this session is purely don't wreck the car. And I thought it was kind of weird because, like, you know, I've done 6 other sessions and I haven't wrecked the car. What do you mean not wreck the car? And he said, this is where driver fatigue really kicks in, and your only goal is to make it out. I thought, okay, you know, and in my mind, like, all right, I'm still gonna try to work on, you know, this one corner turning in a little bit later, or you know, staying more full throttle, more committed on certain areas. But you know, I kept that, you know, don't wreck the car in the back of my mind. And oh my goodness, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd lap, I missed my braking zone for corner 1 off the main straight. And I did get it stopped in time, but it was like everything I had plus a few really aggressive downshifts. And he was like, "Did you experience that?" I was like, "I understand now. I totally understand." It was a really good driver instructor. I don't know. I thought it'd be. Oh no 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 no! Remember that driver fatigue we were talking about? What's the time? Where we're at? 5 minutes on this lap. We're gonna get across. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna get there. There it is. Nice and easy. We got the walls now. We'll use them. Oh my goodness! Literally the last little corner. Like I said, like I was gonna say, being a race instructor would be fun up until you get into drivers' cars and you tell them to go fast and they can't go fast. Okay. You did it. 1 minute 45. Probably would have been a bit better if I kept it off the wall. Not a whole minute better though. That must have been a long day. I mean, we know the devs do a lot of testing. If you don't know, the devs do a lot of testing. Like an absurd amount of testing. I have to imagine they experience driver fatigue when testing this too. That's awesome. Very cool, very fun. I can't imagine if this was my own car, that would have been expensive. It would not have been worth the 10 grand we just made. But in this rental, I'll take it. Oh, and the BMRA multiplier kicked in. Heck yeah. I love this new UI stuff. Beautiful. I don't love the insurance tickets. When I first started, like, no car, no money, that was nice, but what am I going to do with 25? It's too easy. That's my personal opinion. All right, I missed a lot of chat. I don't know if I'm going to go back and talk about it at all. Make delivery missions, truck racing, the faster, the more money. Maybe. Hey, Blake, welcome to the chat. Sorry, I was busy trying to do endurance racing. Trying not to stall this car. Come on. There we go. Wish the timer for the race was bigger. I don't know. I'm a big fan of small UI. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I meant to go the other way. This car sounds so good. I know this map with my eyes closed thanks to Arla's career. I thought it did too, but I'm telling you, there's some new areas and it changes things. Even when they change old areas, it's throws you for a bit of a loop. I made the endurance race trials on a Friday and tested them all day to balance. Oh my gosh, Velocitize, yeah. Well, that's exactly it. You spent the entire day balancing. Like, imagine doing it a whole day driving. That's a lot. Just a whole day gaming is already a lot, and that's like playing different games and stuff. All right, let's see. Dramatic street races with traffic. That would be cool. That would be cool. There's some limitations with that, with AI, unfortunately. Maybe we'll see an update one day where we can open up that possibility. I'm gonna head back up to Belasco Auto Garage. Road America? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't a big track. I mean, if you're in the local area, you'd probably know it. Oh, I think it was Atlanta Motorsport Park. I think that's what it is. Yeah, AMP. Super fun track. Yeah, that timing. Hey, have a good one, Blake. Yes, yeah. Sorry, came and left. Achievement unlocked 50G. Oh, actually, we need to look at our milestones. I always forget about those existing. You achieved it 943 times in order to make it 945. I was hoping more YouTubers would have found it, but it's all hidden, tucked away still. We'll see in the future brings. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do, maybe we can do something with that. Maybe I don't know, you gotta like post your time. I have to think about that. How do we promote that a bit better? Make an RLS a mod event or a spin on the time trial, or just add like an Easter egg where you unlock. Maybe we'll. I think one thing would be cool is to make milestones. We haven't made milestones yet. Maybe we make a milestone for doing that if there's not one already. Man, did music stop again? What an absolute fun long stream. Sorry, I'm sitting in the green. I know I just gotta change my radio station. All right. Oh, we missed it. To be frank, you did drive like garbage for 90% of that, so 1 minute isn't a far stretch. No, yeah, I was blabbering a lot too, but like I said, I'm not a. You know what's funny? I thought I was a good driver until this Discord community emerged, and I got to got to meet some really good drivers professionally and virtually. So now I just enjoy driving. The other endurance and vintage races are equally challenging. It was great fun watching you play through all this things. Yeah, I'm so glad we do that. Next time, let's try to maybe schedule this a bit better, because I would love to share my first thoughts with career with you here in chat and just show off things. Show off the changes. I think there's not enough content on career mode and not enough light, and luckily we have a pretty decent sized audience that is into career mode, and sharing with them all the vanilla changes would be huge. That'd be awesome to do. You'll do some work, Devin. Nice. We'll get the BMRA team on it. Yeah, I'm getting lost with all the acronyms, but that sounds great. You did real great for your first run. Don't worry. I kept the car clean. Only 3 contacts. 2 of them were just minor wheel scratches, minor curbings. I guess I did blow through a couple corners, and then that last one, there was just best to hit it head on because there was no making that one. Hey, Maya, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. 4:30 goes fast. Have fun. Take it easy. Good to see you. Streetos says, now we need some reckless. Oh, Bender. Oh, no, he's good. We're good. Now we need some reckless parts for stuff like banger racing. That'd be cool. Hey, if you get into vehicle modding, I mean, there's more ideas than there is time for. That's for sure. Hey, Raceless, loving the mod. Almost stalled. Made me start playing Beam again, but after the 35 update, the game just crashes with the RLS mod. Is it something I'm doing, or do you have to wait for an update? Wait for an update, Andrew. Glad you're enjoying the mod. Yeah, every update in the future, especially as well, the mod's going to completely be broken after update. So it's a normal thing. The new update's coming right now. It is in beta. A very rough edition is in beta right now. We hope maybe next week we have something out, but we're gonna strive for quality, not quickness. Mainly cut fenders, bumpers, hoods. Yeah, maybe we can get Joe on that reckless idea. Yeah, 65 grand in the bank account. A lot more time trials, dirt stuff we could go after. And again, you can think about this, everybody. That was just time trials. We didn't do any AI races. We didn't do any of the drag racing stuff. We didn't do any deliveries today. Like, there's a lot here. I hope people don't. I hope people don't miss the fact of how much is being developed. Just because the RLS Career Overhaul mod comes out and builds off of it, and you see a bunch of stuff the RLS team brought. Well, it's because a lot of the core stuff was built, and yeah, just know, here's proof that vanilla is turning into something big. So give the devs their time and their roses as well for this. Quality over quantity, love it. Yep, that's really what it comes down to. I think that's going to do it for this stream. I think that's where we end. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back streaming some more. A lot easier than creating a video, and probably takes about the same time, maybe a little less. A lot more fun this way. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy your Sunday afternoon, and good luck tomorrow in your work week, and we'll talk Monday. Take care.